listening to PPRNradio.net.
Hey, this is Robbie from PPRN All Things Sports, and you're listening to PPRN.
I'm the sun and the air. All the shyness that is criminally born.
But fuck you will!
I'm sun and air.
Fucking bitch! Someone should have told you not to fuck with me.
You should you know, how can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to be loved.
Oh, we canceled that Saturday Night Live. That was up to Robbie.
You did? Okay.
I did?
Are we live right now?
Yeah.
Live from Hamden, it's Monday night.
Yes. Ryan
It's All Things Sports Live. First Sports Monday in June
Son
with
of a motherfucking
Bob Clark. I missed the Saturday Live, by the way.
I don't.
Peter Pinho and
I'm
Brian
still hungry.
D'Angelo.
So you're saying I'm fat?
Yeah, Brian, you're fat.
Special commentary from T-Rex. Durant.
Mama.
Lots going on in sports. Here to talk about it, your host, Robbie Clark.
I'm talking about balls deep. I'm talking about balls deep in love.
Thanks for telling me about
I'm talking about
Hannah, my
balls
intro, by the way.
deep.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
talking about balls.
That's a good thing I was ready. I mean,
By the way, you're fired.
fire.
I want to have sex with a
Tomorrow night after
personality.
breakfast.
Now.
Positive traits. Give a pound and
What the
two
fuck song is this?
Make her
Very
south
long
mouth
song.
salivate. Hey, Tyra, are you listening?
The
We're not
Smiths.
talking
Oh,
just
my
the
God.
tipping. Thank you, Scottie Pippen.
Oh, okay.
No problem. Just
got
here
some
dropping off
NBA
an
in there.
application. Players in my day didn't make as much as they do today.
Sorry
That's
to
true.
hear that. Where was I?
You're
Balls
talking
deep.
about balls deep.
I'm talking
okay.
about balls deep. We're talking about balls deep in
That's good.
love. I'm
Ouch.
talking about balls deep.
My boy's talking about balls deep.
Cleveland's in it deep right now.
They are. They are balls deep in it.
So stick a fucking sock in it, you cow.
Well done there,
you know
Peter.
what?
Well
that was
done.
well done, Peter.
Well
Great
done.
theme for the night.
It would have been if you
Because-
stopped talking through it.
No, well, I gave it a chance, and you were right.
We're live in Hamden, Monday Night Live.
Why is your mic always fucked up?
Why is your face over?
I even
that's-
swapped
that's
it.
Wow.
Turn it down.
Wait a minute now. There's no reason for that kind of.
Just try that.
How rude.
no reason to make a comment
I,
like
you
that.
always sound far away. Doesn't he?
Yeah, a little bit.
Land
Sound
of the
different.
lost.
No, that's the microphone.
No, I swapped it.
You did? Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you
know
I'll
said
just
what?
keep my lips right against the mic.
You know why that is?
You
though?
might have
because
to.
Robbie answers to another authority. Oh,
Same.
like the Hebrew national hot dogs.
Oh, so how was everybody's Memorial Day?
Well,
You had
isn't
the
that
nice day
wow?
off.
That was nice of you to ask. It sucked. It rained all day. It was crappy.
Good.
I thought it was great because there was a big thing that happened in NASCAR that night with the return of number 3 to victory lane, the first win in 579 races. So
And
that
who-
was a pretty emotional
and
night.
Who might that be?
Richard Childress' grandson, Austin Dillon.
Oh, wow. I must have missed that. I was probably drinking Bush.
You were probably
beer.
passed out by 9
I
o'clock.
was drinking Bush.
He was lost in the land of the bacon.
45,
Yes, the land of the bacon.
5. Okay.
So let's
But
go
nothing
ahead
else?
and
There were
jump
no
right
sports
to
that
it.
day.
Let's jump right to it. Let's
No,
talk
no,
about
no,
what's
no.
been happening lately. And actually, we're going to start with golf.
No.
Yes, we are starting with the whole
Come on,
thing with
if-
Tiger Woods.
He's the host, man. He talks about whatever he wants. Golf. Why
Let's
would they-
face it, Tiger Woods, ever since he won the U.S. Open back in, I think it was 2007, since then, his whole career has been a big spiral downwards. You think about it nowadays, kids from this generation now, they're not going to view Tiger Woods like as we do. A winner with very competitive, fire, always winning. They're going to look at that DUI mugshot and say, oh, this is what I remember from Tiger Woods.
What's a Cleveland steamer?
It's a tough situation with Tiger. I've had the honor of meeting him back in 2001 on my honeymoon. He couldn't be any nicer.
Hanging up now.
Than what he was, but
Talk about point
it was either
counterpoint.
no, it was either
Yours.
the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open was either 2007 or 2008. But remember this: he won that with a torn ACL over Rocco Mediate. So he had, that was his first surgery, and then the problems with his wife smashing his face with a 5-iron or whatever it was, breaking teeth or whatever, and then unfortunately, all these,
easily fixed, by the way, with his cash.
right? But just
please. He ain't no hockey player.
Robbie just basically hit it on the nose. You have pre-Tiger,
Sure did.
2001,
Sure did.
14 major championships before.
Shut up!
Before his no. Oh, we're gonna talk about your golf game. I was impressed. But
Stick with the topic.
shut up.
Same.
Is my mic on? You turned it off?
You're on, you idiot.
You're on. But
Sorry.
anyway,
Sorry
but
about that.
ever
You
since
never shut up. That's why you can't hear yourself.
ever since 2008 with the ACL and then all of a sudden with the back injuries, even all the experts before then were saying that Tiger probably, with all the back injuries, would never be the same again. Now let's fast forward to this year when he withdrew from Dubai.
How come he's not allowed to have a bad breakup and then spiral like everybody else in America?
A lot of the great golfers have done it.
Come on.
A lot of the great.
He already had it, by the way, Peter.
Let's
He
leave
had
him
it.
alone.
No,
I'm fine to leave him alone. I really am.
a lot of
In
the-
fact, I want to know who his doctors are. What's some of those pills?
They're down in Orlando. But anyway.
I love how a drug addict can talk about a drug addict in any form.
How dare
In
you?
any form.
I'm
It's like me calling him.
simply
It's like me
making
calling him a
point.
loser. You're a loser.
He's all hopped up.
Let
on
him do what he
goofballs.
wants to do. It's his.
That's
That's goofballs, by the way, not golf balls.
when Jack Nicklaus and
taking a
Jason.
break.
When Jack Nicklaus, the greatest golfer of all
He's
time.
got what? 2 jackets?
Oh, he's got 4.
Good. What does he got more to
He's
prove?
got 4. He's got the Tiger Slam. He's won 14 majors. He was on record pace to beat Jack Nicklaus's 18.
Yeah,
but when you have,
what I was about to bring up is like when you
Dude, he's only 40.
You ask like, what does
I've
he have
been-
more to prove?
yeah, I've
Everyone's
got it.
waiting for him to break Jack Nicklaus'
That's
Right.
record.
And he's still got
That's
20
right.
years to
But
do
he's
it.
not going to be able to do it, Pete. With
It
all
doesn't
these
mean
surgeries
he's got
and
to
all
be
this off
a
the
street corner
course
junkie
issues.
as a role model for kids
well,
while he's
hold
doing
on.
it.
Well, you know what?
Robbie's
All
right.
right, so wait a minute.
Hold
He's
on.
got 15 more years to do it. He can heal in 10, which brings him to 50, and then he can play until he's 62.
Nah,
He's
the
not
problem.
gonna be able to
The problem.
beat
Here's the
these
problem.
These new guys can hit the driver about 375 yards
It's
now,
not. It's
which
not.
is unreal.
It's not even about. It's not even about the talent on the PGA Tour. It's more about because of the back injury. He's having to do what Freddie Couples has to do. Freddie Couples has turned into a better player on the senior PGA Tour than he was on the PGA Tour, and he was world's number 1 at one point. The reason why? He adapted his game. He adapted his swing. He adapted his practice mentality. Tiger is not going to be able to practice like when he was 20, 30 years old. He was hitting balls every day, and I'm talking thousands and thousands of balls. Tiger Woods, unfortunately, his back, they still don't have it right.
When was Nicholson's last championship?
Jack Nicklaus's last major
How old was
championship,
he?
he was 46.
That was his last one?
When he won the 1986 Masters, he was 46 years old. But before that, he had about a 7 to 9 year run where he wasn't doing anything. Tiger was going down the same road, but Jack never got hurt.
That is
got
true.
hurt.
There was a big hiatus there.
Yeah,
That's
Jack.
the problem with Tiger, though, is like you just said, like he's not trying to adapt his game. He's gotten that point to his life where you need to do something different with your swing, and it happens with every athlete in any sport. You have to change your game any way possible. Just for an example, someone in the NBA, like Vince Carter, used to be that guy who could slash to the rim, take it to the hole, dunk on you, layups, shoot all around. Now he's just adapted to
jump shooting.
And if he has to, he could still dunk like he used to back in the day, believe it or not, but still he's adapted.
Exactly,
his game.
like Tiger. Tiger still hits at 325, 330, no problem. He doesn't need any more than that. The problem is right now.
How far was that shot you think I hit?
I don't know. I wasn't watching.
At least 2?
About 220, yeah.
Yeah, about 220.
About 220, but
straight or in the woods?
It was straight. It was down the middle of the fairway. But anyway, when it comes to Tiger, Tiger,
well done, Peter.
Tiger basically, he's not giving himself a full chance to recuperate. He's looking to get right back out there. The doctors are talking for him now, maybe October, November. Now let's fast forward. Let's fast forward now to the incident that just happened, Now, was he drinking and driving? Did his breathalyzer says
Jesus?
It says 0.0, so it's not that. Here's my question.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, that too. But is it a prescription medical issue, or is it other recreational drug issues that he has a problem
down
with?
The prescription
You moron.
medications, but if you watch the video, I mean, the officer said perfectly clear, "I don't want you to
Wait,
sing
the officer?
national-" No, the
officer.
The outside.
Gay?
That's the host now.
He said-
Come on.
All right, let's go screw some sheep.
No, but I know right where you're going with that because I mean he fell asleep at the wheel. He's right in the middle lane on one of the major roads in the Orlando area or Jupiter, wherever he was. But you know what? I don't think this has been going on for a while, and unfortunately, it takes an incident like this for Tiger to hopefully wake up. I mean, I give him credit; he issues his apology like any other athlete should.
Big deal.
But you know what? He wants to set. He's always set the bar to a new level.
Yeah, and now he's set it at a new level. He's elevated his game with pills.
No, well,
And he's trying to get high as a kite and hit the ball.
You shush up.
We don't know.
Well, the facts are the facts.
We don't know how long he's been doing
As
this.
Robbie was trying to tell us before you cut him off.
We don't know how. Right. We don't know how long he's been doing this. I know the PGA of America. Our representatives in the PGA of America have reached out to Tiger and offered him the help that he needs. Because if you're going to be on the PGA Tour, you also have to be a registered member of the PGA of America. So I know on this. I know.
Okay, listen, I respect this.
No, I know on this end that our elected officials, one of them actually Susie Whaley from Cromwell, Connecticut, the vice president of the PGA of America, they have reached out and have offered Tiger all the help that he needs. I mean,
And his response was, "That's what I really want to hear."
I haven't heard.
Or was there no response at all?
I don't know what's going on there. But
Peter, cue up Phil Collins, Abacab. No reply at all. No reply. You know why? Because he's too fucking good for us.
Shut up.
He's too good for the PGA.
No.
Hey, Brian.
That's
Brian.
where you're wrong.
Shut
That's
up.
where you're wrong.
He's having his fun.
Okay, don't cue up this.
I mean, the golf. I'll be honest. The golf industry.
He's smart enough to win Masters. He's smart enough to know when to stop. He doesn't want to stop.
Doesn't want to stop what?
Doing what he's doing. He's partying. He's enjoying. Listen, he started young.
You really
when was
think
his
that?
first? When was his first title?
There's no
title.
Story about him.
How old
partying,
was his
ever.
first title?
I don't know, man. Bob knows
20?
that shit.
He was. I'll tell you this.
Listen.
He was the last to win back.
I came here to.
How
drink.
old
I
was
didn't
he
come
when
here
his
to
first
talk.
title?
I'm going to give a little bit of history here. He's the last golfer to win back-to-back U.S. amateurs, let alone 3 of them. He went on tour when he had a very young age, junior year of high school, junior year of college. At
There's
20.
nothing in there.
He won his first Masters, I believe, at age 21. So I mean, he's 14 majors in 20 years. It's pretty darn good.
Yeah, but how old was he when he won his first one?
21.
21?
21. 21 when he won with just a ridiculous score.
So how many years before that was he practicing?
That's
His whole life. His dad made him start since he was a young child.
He was on the Mike Douglas show.
guess what?
He was on the Mike Douglas show at age 2.
Keep feeding your kid vitamins till he's 18 in school. Then what does he do when he gets out of high school? He goes nuts. So this guy has been practicing since he was 10, probably. He's gotten beat up verbally, mentally from his dad.
7.
Won all these titles, had millions and let's say billions of dollars in his bank account. Lost half of it to some cunt, right?
Oh, that's a terrible way to put it.
And then he goes out and he starts fucking getting a taste of strippers and stuff.
He was doing that.
And,
that's what led to the divorce.
Right, but next thing we know, we're doing a little pot. A little pot leads to a little fucking coke. A little, come on. A little coke leads to a little fucking habit.
Who does he
Next
remind
thing
you of?
you know,
You sound like me right now.
You.
Yeah, you do remind me of me.
You, every fucking
But
Monday.
you're wrong about all this.
I'm not. I can
You're
listen.
wrong, though. There's no proof of any of that. Stick to
What
the
do you
facts.
mean? So what are you saying? He just developed a drug habit all of a sudden?
Stick to the facts. What
Yeah,
then?
fuck
Bobby was trying to lay out the facts.
His back was so bad.
Lay out the facts.
His
There's none of that-
Somebody let somebody fucking talk.
You started it.
All right,
Now.
anyway,
Listen, hang on. You think you just developed the fucking habit overnight?
we don't.
When you're told all your life it's not good to do drugs, what do you think that person builds up in his head? Now he's got billions of
drugs.
dollars at his disposal. What's the first thing you're gonna do when you get loose? What happens when you tie a dog up in the yard? What happens when you let him go?
I am Groot.
He started with weed. I'm telling you, dude. He's in Florida. He's fucking got money.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think he
Wait a
did.
minute,
I don't
they
think
took-
He's
okay.
fucking hookers.
They took blow. They took blood from him. Let's see if the blood shows blow. I don't know. But they did take his blood. Where are those tests?
He was banging strippers before he lost his wife.
That.
What do you
we-
think
that-
they
that was
do?
proven. That was proven. That was
What do
proven.
you think they do?
They do a lot of. They do a lot of cocaine. I'm told.
Yes, heroin and cocaine is their
Yeah.
fucking mainstream. This guy just finally, you know where he's at? He's at rock bottom right now. It's what every drug addict does. Ask Brian,
I
he
don't-
knows.
I don't know. I just don't think he. First of all, he can't be.
He's
at
at rock bottom.
How many people are at rock bottom with $1 billion?
Listen, if I got $1 billion, I'm not going out to fucking get drunk and drive. I'm sitting in my fucking mansion, cooking
I
up
don't-
a rock on my spoon.
I don't have a problem.
He's looking for help. He's crying
I agree
out
with
loud.
that.
Yeah.
But also, he could have driven over some golf tees. They're in his driveway.
Brian,
and
he
just
owns a
fucking
nightclub,
tires.
for God's sakes, in his house. Do you think he should be out? He's looking for a cry for help.
I think his designated driver was drunk at the time.
Or
He
it's
was the only one there. Oh, my
there's
God.
Uber. There's Lyft.
Listen, that is comical. We could talk all day about that.
You know what the problem was? He was driving because he had to go cop. And he didn't want to put somebody else in that situation. So he drove, knowing that he had to cop. You got to think like a drug addict. You wouldn't take a ride from somebody if you're going to get some more shit, would you?
That's a good point.
Okay, thank you.
That is. Listen.
He copped, and on the way home, he fucking got caught.
So how come they didn't find any drugs on him though? Wait.
Because he fucking ate them.
He already he ingested them all.
No, they're in a hidden compartment in that car right now.
I think he took one. I think he took one too many while he was changing the first flat tire, and then he ended up crashing.
It's a
into the
$1 billion
other one.
car. You got a hidden compartment in the floor.
And that's another thing. Didn't
can
he
say
have,
what you
didn't
want.
he have AAA?
Don't know.
Bob, he's got money. He could have
Tiger
Ubered
have
home.
AAA?
He could have.
This is a cry for help. You should know that.
Problem is he fell asleep at the wheel. He got pulled over. That's when the cop found him. He fell asleep at the wheel.
Oh, that he's coming home from a bender.
We
Can we
don't
let-
know.
Because no one will tell us.
Can we let Robbie finish about the facts though? Seriously,
Robbie's never done a drug in his life. What does he know?
Facts.
You guys.
He doesn't know. I'm giving a drug addict speculation. He can give us his normal straight guy
guys are
speculation.
I've poisoned all of you. You're all like me now. It's like the four Bryans.
No, we ain't that.
Except for-
We ain't that bad.
3 Bryans and 4 to be
Gentle.
4.
Everybody's trying to make light of what happened to him. Let's just call it what it is. He fucked up, man.
I'm trying to.
I fully agree.
I'm trying to talk
Fucked up big time.
I say I'm trying to talk about it from the PGA side. What's going on? I mean, I'm trying to throw.
Are they going to throw him out?
No.
All right, then.
No, but that's why our
What do
leader.
you have to do to get thrown out of that fraternity? By the way.
Oh, there's a big code of
Date
ethics.
chicks named Iris.
No.
Oh my God! Yo, Peter's
He's on a roll tonight.
He is rolling.
No,
man.
I mean, no. There's a whole code of ethics in the PGA where you get thrown out. But one of those things, they've actually, like I said, they've actually reached out to Tiger, and reached out to his representatives. I'm sure they're looking at every legal aspect and how to get him better.
Did you ever party in your life?
No.
You sound like his.
You never
agent,
partied in
Bob.
your life?
Seriously.
No.
Brian,
not
did you
that
ever party
age.
in your life?
Big time. Off
Okay.
the charts.
Did you?
And everybody knows it.
Robbie never partied.
Good for him.
You have $1 billion in the bank account. Would
Oh
you
my
drive,
God.
first
Oh,
of all?
Never.
Would you have the shit
never,
delivered to your house?
Never.
I would drive.
Never.
Not how you wouldn't.
I would, and I'll tell you what I would.
We don't know that.
I would take a Sunday afternoon drive on a sunny day. Never at night. Never. What was this? 3 in the morning or whatever? What
Yeah,
are
he
you
was coming
doing?
home from a binger. The
What
problem
are you
is
doing?
now he's a daytime partier because he's got his kids.
Yeah, well.
He's a daytime partier and he fucking stays out all day.
Where was anybody for that man? Where was anybody? And the people say, "Oh, I feel bad for Tiger." Get the fuck out of here.
That's
But
what was bothering
you
me the most.
You feel bad for
Well,
his lack
because
of
he was
judgment.
alone?
What the people
No,
feel
because
bad
people
about was
are
his
trying
lack
to make
of
an
judgment.
excuse for him, saying that it wasn't his fault because the DUI thing, or I feel bad for him. Like, why would you feel bad for the guy? He was the freaking idiot. He's the one who took whatever he took, and that's why he was
Was he
passed out
drunk?
at the wheel. He was like high off of something.
He wasn't
He
drunk.
interrupted me
No, he
before
wasn't.
the-
Not a
the
drop.
officer
Not
said
a
to
drop,
him
Peter.
during the whole DUI test that they do. He said, say the spelling bee without singing it, and yeah, don't sing it. So then he said, "Can you repeat back what I just said?" And Tiger Woods said, "You told me not to sing the national anthem
Oh my
backwards."
God! Oh my God!
me ask you a
Really?
question.
Is that's a fact?
Do me a
That's
favor
so
right
bad.
now, Brian. You're sober, right?
No, I'm not.
I can't ever ask you. Bob,
And
Bob, right now,
I was drinking all the way
give
here.
me
What
the
are you
alphabet backwards right now, without thinking about it.
I got to think about it.
Nope.
No, I got to
You
think
just
about it.
failed.
No, they didn't want him. They didn't want him to say it
Backwards? Get the
backwards.
fuck
They
outta
just
here
wanted him
backwards.
to say
Shut-
the alphabet regular.
I
not
don't know.
backwards.
I know that they say the alphabet starting with F right now.
F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z.
He got it. I mean, he nailed that one. Bob is. But
I love it. I watch a lot of
he
live,
didn't just
live
come- he didn't-
PD.
Bob just didn't come from a strip club, as you said. So casually.
That's the lamest test. Say the alphabet. What if the guy's illiterate?
Let's face it. You think okay?
Just blow in a machine and that's
as soon
it.
as they saw that was
That was the problem too. He didn't even blow in the machine. He was trying to suck it in.
He was trying to suck on it like a
Hey,
big.
Tiger, give me put a penny in your mouth next time, you dumb fucking.
I would have loved to seen all the cops.
There's so many
around
ways to beat that
Jupiter
test.
for that.
He's crying for help. Let's move on. He's done. For now, he'll be back. It'll be the big comeback of the fucking century.
No.
I think it's
No, his back is in that bad a shape. He may not ever return.
I thought he would get at least one championship. He's not going to get
So,
anything.
so-
He'll win some tournaments maybe, but he's not going to win.
might
No
win
All right,
one
so say he
tournament.
doesn't come back.
He might
He's got
win
nothing
one
left to
tournament.
prove. He's got money now.
The reason he's going to come back is
Money now. He's had money for fucking 20
Nah,
years.
The reason
she took half.
The reason why he's going to come
Oh,
back is
please.
he's got that competitive edge
Exactly.
that he wants to beat Jack's record because unless he doesn't, if he beats Jack's record, then there's no
You
doubt
just
that
said he can't.
I think
he has
it's out the window.
14. I mean, realistically, he could. I mean, it's 4 more major championships to tie the
Yeah,
greatest
isn't
of all
that
time.
called screwing your back? Or
I don't
whatever
think
they
it's
do?
going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. You
Can't
have
they
Jordan Speed,
reconstruct his
Jason
back?
Day.
It was nerve damage that started going down into his leg. That's what this latest surgery was all.
Oh,
about.
I got nerve damage.
But, I mean,
Very, very plausible, by the way.
Put the fucking thing back.
What the what? Oh,
Stop rearranging my fucking studio. Get the beer off the top of the table.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Every week we got to talk to you like a child.
but I mean, he could.
every week.
He could. I
I
mean,
wasn't even here for 2 weeks.
Thank God.
realistically, he could. Will he? Probably not. I mean, it'd be a hell of a story if it happened. But
I would hope if I ever make it big, you fuckers don't ever jump on me for being on
What do
TMZ
you
for a
think
one
we're
night
doing
bender.
here? We're waiting, for Christ's sakes. When? Cock.
Listen, if I ever make it big and I get on fucking TMZ because I had a one night bender, this is gonna be my picture to you guys and the
To
police
us!
station.
It already is.
They're
How
gonna
about
be
the
like
people
this.
that
Look,
really
like right here. Fuck
fucking
you, because I know you guys are gonna talk shit about
that
me.
was him on the first tee
How
Saturday
dare
after he hit a
you.
good shot.
Really?
That's me at TMZ right here.
How's that-
Fuck you.
By the way, how come you didn't say happy birthday to Ricky yet?
Because it's tomorrow, you
What are
nimble.
you talking about? Go
Oh,
read
I-
my wall, you stupid prick.
Yeah, he said it. He said it.
It's today, though.
It's today,
on
yeah, he
Facebook
said it.
today.
Posted a picture
I
of
saw
Ricky
it.
and his son.
Well, all right, forget
I'll
it.
go die, please.
I
How
didn't-
dare
I
you?
was just
You
gonna
have
ask
cancer
you-
yet?
Okay. Then how did Ricky play?
Or what's the other one?
How did Ricky play?
She
She good?
killed the She killed the Gophers.
She
Really?
didn't do well.
Is she,
Sorry, she had fun.
Is that what, like your? So that was like the golf.
It was me
weekend?
to go out and fucking. I haven't hit in 2 years, so it was
How much
me.
did it cost?
We won't talk
Don't
about
worry
the
about
ring.
what
We'll
it
keep
costs,
on-
you fucking bitch. I ain't like you're gonna show up.
Yeah.
I told you. You
60
saw-
bucks for 2 people, you
I would have
fag.
played. I would have been there, but I was busy.
With a cart. How you like that?
That's a
With a cart.
fantastic job at.
And my
Mini-
first tee off the
That's-
fucking
that's
thing
mini
at
job.
least 220. After that,
First
forget
shot.
it.
Of course, it
That's the
wasn't in bad
hardest
shape,
one.
was it?
And I fucking fived every hole after that, and then I just stopped doing the score because Ricky was just.
Oh, that's when Bob figured out.
Then did she? No, but the problem is that she kept. We went from the whites.
Yep.
So I said, go from the red because they had that hole with the flowers.
Yep.
Number 3 or whatever.
Yeah, the
it
par
is.
5, yep.
Go from the red. She couldn't even hit from the red. So go from the yellow.
So
She couldn't hit from the yellow.
It's her first time.
Yeah.
So I said,
Very tough.
listen. She goes, I
don't
want to be
pick-
able to get it up. I'm like, just hit from where I lie. How's that?
Unintended. You don't. You
That
don't.
fucking that hole though with the first island one. Fuck
Oh, number
you.
8. I love that hole.
Fuck you.
128
Dude,
yards.
it's an island.
120
Well, you
yard
gotta get
par
it.
3. No,
with a moat.
There's no mercy.
it's like 17 at Sawgrass. It's
Oh,
an island
I love
green.
that. I
There's
love
no
that.
mercy. You can't go left or
I
right.
love those. That's
You can't
gotta
be short, you
gotta
can't be
get the
long.
job
Yeah,
done.
you could.
That's what she said.
You got
No,
it. You,
yes,
what do you?
yes.
What? I used a 5 wood, not wood or iron.
You used a 5 iron on that hole? I use like a gap wedge.
I was going to
You
say
do?
that's a pitching
Yeah.
wedge easily. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a pitching
Pitching?
wedge. 125 yards. Is that what he said?
I use a gap
I
wedge.
can hit a pitching wedge 125
Maybe that's
yards.
why I was hitting over.
Oh, you were trying to kill the.
I was hitting it over into people's yards.
And you got to sky it too. You can't skull it. You can.
No,
because
no, see,
you got to pop it up.
No, the problem
It's
is
going to fly right off the green.
There's there's no room.
He was
Yeah.
trying to kill the geese.
Oh, well, that's
There's no
different.
Brian. There's no forgiveness.
You use the cart for that, by the way.
No, you
or
don't.
you bring like a sword.
But Ryan, even the drop zone is hard.
Yeah, that's a 50-yard shot. You know, and it's still on the other
How
side
many
of the
balls
water.
you lose on that hole? Like 9?
I lost 9 because of Ricky.
Oh my God!
I still played with my same ball the whole row. I'm gotten to the point where I can play with the same ball now.
That's good. If you're playing this with the same
But
ball.
I'm not getting a good score. Like I can get like the par 5. I got up to the green on 3.
Yeah, you got a par on that one.
But I got fucking
you
3 more.
Oh yeah.
Okay, for God's sakes, Robbie, stop. Would you put an end to this? Man, this is going nowhere.
All right. Anyway, so wait a minute. The Tiger Woods thing. He goes.
It's sports, you asshole.
It's
That's
not
why you don't
sports.
like.
No one gives a fuck about how you play golf the other day.
I do.
Well, we won't care about when you fucking come down with cancer in the
listen,
face.
man,
Or rigor mortis.
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep going along with this crap. Robbie, let's
All
talk
right,
about the
let's-
NBA.
let's- Yep, let's go right to the finals.
Let's
Let's talk
talk-
about the series.
Let's do that because you know what? I watched the motherfucker last night.
You did.
And let me tell you something. It was thrown.
Thrown.
Let me tell you
there
why
we go
it was
now.
thrown. Let me tell you. You can roll your eyes, Mr. Robbie. When you are throwing fucking three-pointers and you have all the room.
All 6 of my eyes.
Wait a minute. You can say all you want. When you're shooting three-pointers and have all the time in the world to do it, and then on the rebound back, there's no one there to recover the ball when your guy is shooting three-pointers and there's nobody from your team underneath the basket to get that rebound? You tell me that wasn't planned? How about when the ESPN guy was saying,
God.
when the ESPN guy was saying, look at these guys, and he slow motion stopped it. And he goes, why are these 3 back here?
Because they were there because they were paid to be there.
Why was you tell me Curry and Durant didn't have a lot of time to make all those shots? They had fucking they had more time than fucking Bledsoe does in the Super Bowl.
I will tell you,
in the pocket.
Shooting from outer space.
No, they're from
man.
Cambodia.
They
like
had
I told
nobody.
you.
They had nobody on them, by.
Who's going to be on Stephon Curry when, like Bob said, he shoots from Cambodia?
All right, say what you will. I just
I
told
was 45 feet away from the basket.
I will tell you this. What about that one shot that Durant made with James just absolutely raping it? That was sick.
The Curry drive was sick. That was.
Yeah.
And then
that
what
was
did James
fun.
end up having? Over
Because
30
he
points?
played with him.
You know what?
If you look at the Curry drive again, he had him on the one in the first one. We backed it up and did it again.
What's your take on what I said then? If you don't think that it's thrown,
I don't think
It was-
anything in sports is ever thrown.
Absolutely right.
okay.
That's honestly
We wouldn't
not
be
to
here.
make you feel pissed off or anything. That's the dumbest thing I probably ever heard.
Okay. And watching them
And I
guys not
agree with it.
rebound stuff is
Like, how can you?
Because
so,
it's
like,
intentional. They're
can
not rebounding.
horse racing be thrown intentionally? Like,
Sure it could, the jockey.
Oh my god.
The jockey.
Okay, what about the damn horse?
That was.
If you don't
The
push
horse
the-
is the one that's doing
If
the
you don't
work,
push the
not
horse to run, and
jockey.
it's not going to run to its full
That
potential.
might not be the best thing to say, Rob, but I still agree with you. There's the other things set up, but in basketball, it might be the hardest thing to ever try to set up because
When you're not
you
fetching
don't know where
rebounds?
that ball's going to go when it clanks.
When
off
you're
the
not
rim.
fetching rebounds and you're losing because you're not making as many baskets as the opposing team.
I'm not gonna argue
Okay.
with you. There's
Every
nothing-
time
there's
Washington had the
nothing to
ball, they score. Or Golden State had the ball, they scored. Every time Cleveland did, they didn't.
I want to let you let me know when you're finished with your point, so I can
All right.
tell you
Go ahead.
what it's going on here because I
Go
think
ahead.
the rest of us really know. We predicted this was going to happen back when the trade was made with Durant. It's a disgrace in the NBA, and now they have a rule. You ever heard of the Durant rule? What's going on right now? The kind of money these second and third team players are going to get now because of Durant's trade. Because everyone knows what's happening right now in the NBA. It's a signing, whatever.
Yep.
Right, signing. That's the way I look at it. But still, it's a joke. The Warriors did not need that guy. There would have been a great finals at least if he wasn't there. But he's there. It's a blowout. It's going to probably be a sweep, if not 5 games.
Well, don't forget
And
how it was last year. The
I'm going to
first
tell you
2
this.
games.
Don't count Cleveland
I'm
out
not
yet.
counting
But
them.
you know what?
Wait,
You know
they
what?
did
I
last
know I
year.
take that back.
It's
I
the
am
same
counting them out.
conversation we had last year.
But you know what?
He's the same one that said the same shit last year.
I might have. Replay it.
Kyrie Irving needs to step up. I'm going to call him out.
Irving was doing good last
Kyrie
night.
Irving, 6 for 19 for 19
He
points.
had 25 points last night.
Not Irving. Love had 27.
Irving did.
Oh, yeah, 19.
They shot.
Kyrie Irving had 19
They
points.
He had a couple threes.
I'm telling you right now, it's not Kyrie's fault, and here's why. It's
not his
the
fault.
whole reason that the Cavaliers won the championship last year was Tristan Thompson.
I
Why?
agree with that.
Why?
I agree with that part.
Hold on. Why? Because once Draymond Green was suspended in Game 5, he went on a rebounding machine and had double-digit points. Andrew Bogut got injured Game 6, was out for the rest of the playoffs. He went absolutely berserk Game 6 and Game 7 with the rebounds. Now, what's happening this year? Now the Warriors have JaVale McGee. They have Zaza Pachulia. both are doing great against him.
That could be starters on any other
especially
team.
JaVale McGee, because McGee, honestly, when he's healthy,
He's a beast.
he's a beast. That's the problem. His IQ, not so good.
Right.
That's why Shaq has him all over his little blooper show, Shaq and Fool.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all about Tristan Thompson right now. He needs to find a way to get these rebounds. And Kevin Love is doing the best he can.
He is. I mean, Kevin Love's played great on the first two games. LeBron James is doing everything he can.
But let's face it, when the Warriors got Kevin Durant, it wasn't easy because they lost basically everybody in their team. They lost Leandro Barbosa.
Yes.
They lost Harrison Barnes, Andrew Bogut, Festus Ezeli, Maurice Spates, and a bunch of they had 2 other players.
Yeah, they lost
but
a lot.
They weren't key parts of the team. And you look at who they got now from that. David West is doing very well, believe it or not. JaVale McGee is doing great. Ian Clark,
Yeah, he's a bag of beans.
So, in the end of the day, it's going to be up to Tristan Thompson. Kyrie's doing what Kyrie can do.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got Klay Thompson all over him. Klay Thompson's a very good defensive player.
I understand, but I mean, the 6 for 19 when you have Curry and Durant combining for about 75 points a game, and you got.
Well, you have to remember
gotta get that,
what he was doing through the rest of the playoffs. Like, he was very, very hot. I
Yeah.
mean, just like with LeBron, when LeBron had 11 points and then lost to Boston.
Yeah.
Kyrie was due for a bad game eventually, so
Right.
he's having his
I
bad
know,
game.
but I mean,
think it's going to get better for him when he's home.
Well, I mean, what did he do the first game? I mean, the first 2 games were blowouts.
Wait, how did you?
Total blowouts.
First 2 games are blowouts.
They really were.
This is why I don't talk, because every time I do,
There
you
was
guys fucking
one. There was
just
a look.
dissect
It looked
Fuck
promising
you
at
guys.
halftime. It looked promising at halftime. After halftime, that was it. The game was over.
That was
a great first
You
half.
can call it dumb, but I still, even the announcers were saying it last night.
Dumb.
Well, call me whatever.
There's no
Fucking-
announcer.
Here, how
in the
dumb you are. Look,
world
see,
that
now nobody
would
can hear you. Stupid fuck.
There's no announcer in the world that would have said what you just said. You're absolutely
They
wrong.
said it last night. Did you watch the game?
Oh, Hubie
Or
Brown.
you too busy
Oh, by
calling
the
your
way,
boyfriend a
basketball,
fucking
shut
faggot?
up.
Hey, by the way, with Hubie Brown,
Huh?
congratulations to Hubie Brown, Lifetime
Were you
Achievement
too
Award.
busy fighting with your boyfriend, or did you watch the fucking game, you fucking
fighting with my
asshole?
boyfriend.
Yeah, over here, this
I was
guy over
fighting
here.
with my
Yeah,
fish.
Mr. Cambodia.
Hubie Brown is an unbelievable guy, by the way.
Yeah,
He
he
is. I don't know why he's not doing the games. Where do you got to hear it?
Retired.
Where's this
No,
thing
no,
where
he's
your friend
retired.
talks shit to me?
He's
I
on.
wanna find it.
He's on the number 2
I'll
broadcast
show you
team
the
now.
break, man. I don't want you starting trouble again. It's
Fuck her, cunt.
Oh my
Woo.
God! Oh no!
Go on my page and talk shit.
What?
Well, I
She had no reason being on my page. We're not friends.
But yeah, but I am friends. It's all. How does that work? She's friends with me.
Oh, she saw you comment on something.
Okay, so let's just go back to basketball real quick. So right now the Warriors are up 2-0.
Cunt.
What do you guys see for the rest of the series? I see the Warriors, since I said at the beginning, winning in 5.
I still think it goes 6.
It's going 7.
I say 5.
I still think Cleveland's going to win.
Cleveland's going to win tomorrow. Game
Cleveland's
3.
going to win Game 4. I think. I think they're going to be down 3-0,
Wait,
but they're going to win Game 4.
Golden State
and
won
Golden State's
Game
gonna
4
win.
Golden
last
State's
year.
going to want to take it back to their home court.
Golden State won full of Game 4 last year. So if whoever
It
wins
was
Game 4
3-1.
this year is going to lose.
It was 3-1 last year, and then Cleveland won 3 in a row. But why are you picking your nose?
Because
I'm the idiot.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
Peter's all over the place
Problem with
tonight.
last year's team
How about
is that
someone on
their
drugs?
best player, Steph Curry, was playing hurt.
Yeah,
So Curry's healthy now, and what happened? Triple double.
I still think it goes 6. But I think
Excellent
Golden
point
State
by
wins.
Roberto, by the way. And now they got Durant and
For someone as
Thompson's
big
playing
as you
well.
are, you kiss the littlest guy's asses all the time.
Robbie, Robbie.
Brian, he's just jealous. Don't worry about
I'm
it.
jealous.
Well,
Watch how jealous I am. See that? How's that? Say a word now. Say something. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, Brian, it makes me wonder if you're really gay in your second life.
phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
I'm trying to watch a game for once so I can have some fucking feedback today. And I got Princess and Princess over here.
Well, when you say that, it's all.
Fucking arguing back and forth.
Arguing. How about the comment I made with Curry shooting from Cambodia?
Oh my God, that was tremendous.
I had to turn my notifications off.
You know,
I'm
it was
trying to watch
really
the
funny
game.
to bring up Iris again when Iris said these boys really go at it, and Peter types back, "Yeah, boys is the correct word," and we're like, "Stay out of it! You mind your own goddamn business." Now, Bob, you rah. Oh, Bob, can I get another Bud Lime from?
No.
the-
Hey,
I'm talking to you, Tubby.
From the icebox,
Don't you
please?
ignore me. Ooh.
Yeah, don't ignore him.
It was great.
Just because you're bringing
These
six beers
boys,
doesn't mean you can
these
drink
boys
30.
really go at it. These boys are crazy. Mind your own business.
You need to go to table 5. You need to go to 12.
All right, don't
you go to
start.
7.
It's a show. Let's shut
What
up.
are you talking about?
goddamn business.
Don't get him going. Just keep going, Red.
Okay.
Now roll with it.
I want the harp because it's cold.
You get what you get and like it.
It's the browner one. It's the one that's
it.
iced up.
No more. Because I'm tired of explaining why it's gone every week.
I brought these myself,
Right.
you
6.
asshole.
Those aren't yours. You brought the harps?
Mine, yes.
All right.
Cheap
All right.
bastard.
Anyway,
No, you
hey,
come here next Tuesday and explain why they're missing.
while you're doing no, actually,
Put that back where you found it.
Yes, sir, Bob.
what are you doing? All right, so game 3 is what, Wednesday night?
Yes, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday.
It's these 3 day, this
No, it won't
3 day
be
rest.
Thursday.
They
No,
get.
that's
It's
not-
No,
ridiculous.
there's 3-day rest periods.
Oh, I'm sorry. There was a Washington WNBA.
Listen,
Friday.
anyway, we'll
Yeah.
get to it the next hour, but the game is tonight. Hockey is where it's at. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys can talk about the hockey, but
Actually, I'm not
I just want to give
No,
you my...
go finish.
No, we're still on the NBA, you
Yeah.
dick.
I said the
fine.
next.
Apparently,
Go ahead, Robbie.
the co-host wants to stay with the
Peter,
NBA.
it's great.
Go ahead.
So stay with the
Yeah, but he
NBA. The
said-
hell with you.
He said run the NBA, you dick.
He wasn't finished.
That was great. Oh,
Get the cap off the top of the table.
I'm sorry.
He wasn't finished.
Who wasn't finished?
I'm going to shut up. You,
Me.
Robbie. All right, take it away,
Hey,
Robbie.
you said before we go to hockey, let's finish.
wait
No,
to
I
listen
the
said
to-
while we get to
I'm gonna
hockey,
listen to
let
this
me
one
make my
again. This is a
opinion.
classic.
Can you do the fucking scores now? No.
I'll do that in the next hour.
Oh yeah, baseball.
Who's doing
What
this
scores? This is
second hour.
playoffs. There's only one score going on in the
So
NBA.
let's talk about the Stanley Cup, okay? I just want to point out, I think the Penguins are going to win in 6. And the only reason I think that is because Sidney Crosby is just an absolute monster, and I think he's the greatest hockey player of all time.
But he
Now,
didn't take
you
it
two
out.
could go ahead and
What do you
talk
think about him having?
But he
Who's
didn't
the
take it
guy
out.
with bad
But he didn't
breath?
take
What
it out.
happened
But he
after
didn't take
game
it out. But
3?
he didn't- But he
Somebody.
didn't take it out. But he 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 didn't take it out.
Oh,
So-
is
so
that what you're planning
after-
all night tonight?
What's his name? Hosler predicted a win in game 3. Pretty gutsy move. The likes of Mark Messier got it. And then afterwards told somebody had bad breath. What was
What?
you hear about that?
Pittsburgh's going down.
All right. Anyway, I think it's going to be a 7-game series, and I think the Predators, in spirit of T-Rex, will win in 7 games because T-Rex is a predator, as we know, and the Predators always conquer the Penguin.
Well, I will say this going into the playoffs, the Predators were the number 32 seed in the whole Stanley Cup tournament, where Pittsburgh was seeded number 1. How it worked out where the Predators got to the finals, their goalie has been absolutely unstoppable. He's been on fire. But big win for them in Game 3, blowing out Pittsburgh 5-1.
A lot of people predicted that, by the way.
Was he either on fire as Sheila was on Saturday?
Wow.
That's very nice of you to say. She's listening, by the way. I'm sure of it.
I'm glad she is.
Yeah, but that was a good
Thank you.
compliment.
That was
Thank
very
you for the
nice.
picture.
And Brian still looked gay as hell.
Yes. I didn't. Well, it's not looking. I tried to get some sun.
How
but it
she
didn't
lays
work.
under you once a month is beyond me.
Now you said
Very, very nice.
Now just off the topic, real
Sure.
quick. You said black tie affair. Why the hell were you wearing blue?
Yeah. No, it was a black tie.
His mouth is black from not brushing his fucking teeth.
Yeah, that's true too.
And don't forget, my nose is black with blackheads too.
But-
Disgusting appearance.
It's the 50th anniversary of the Pittsburgh Penguins organization. I don't remember.
cool.
I don't remember the last time a team is repeated in the Stanley Cup, but I think Pittsburgh's winning it in 6.
I think Pittsburgh was the last
Can't you
one
just
to
have
repeat.
sex with me?
Pittsburgh
No.
was the last one to repeat.
Probably
I
the
think.
Red Wings, I would imagine, because the Red Wings
maybe
are very
they won
dominant.
2. Yeah, possibly.
No, they had a run going of like 25, 26 straight years in the playoffs.
Well, Ben got it all started by waving the terrible towel in Game 1. I like that, but after that, I'm rooting for the Predators. Sorry.
It would
You
be
even
nice
watch
to see
hockey?
the Predators win.
I
It would be
love.
very
I can't
nice.
wait to get home to watch.
He's gonna
hockey.
fly home and watch the
watch
Fly
hockey?
home and watch the Predators. Disneyland. I'm on Disneyland Airlines.
What?
Well, that was very awkward.
I think
So,
your life's in
to kill the
Disneyland.
dead air, if you want to call into the studio, 203-992-776, and give us your opinion on what do you expect from the NBA Finals, the Stanley Cup, what you think about
Tiger
Tiger
Woods.
Woods, anything about baseball,
sorry.
call in 203-992-776.
Or
7776.
7-6.
or we want your
992 PPRN.
We want
There you
people also to comment on Peter's comment that the NBA is fixed.
And now all
Sports.
sports are fixed.
And all sports are fixed.
Especially horse racing.
Yeah, especially horse racing. When
Yes.
the Jackie decides not to
What
take
makes
the
the horse go
odds.
faster?
The Jackie.
What makes the horse go faster?
The whipping by the jockey.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So if they do less whips, is it going to go
Right,
faster?
that's what I was saying. If you let me fucking finish, is the Jackie doesn't decide to whip the horse and he takes a fall in the fifth.
You sound
Son
like you're
of a bitch.
you sound like a NASCAR fan talking at horse
I'm
racing.
trying to be an incompetent moron from.
Why
somewhere.
then why are you trying so hard?
That's a big right.
So, according to a source, aka my grandmother,
Excellent.
the
segue.
Yard Goats Stadium, Dunkin' Donuts Park, is listed as top 30 ballparks in the entire country.
Wait a minute, Robbie.
For minor league baseball?
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
I was told to go on Facebook and vote to make that happen.
Yes.
How about going in
Now,
front of
it
a
hasn't
mic so we
happened.
can
I don't think
fucking
it
hear
hasn't
you?
happened yet. Have they
Yeah,
they won now?
I don't know. It closes tomorrow, so go on
Well,
NBC
go on Facebook,
Connecticut
folks, and you
and
make
vote.
sure you put your vote in for the Yard Goats being
Of
the
course
best.
it's fucking in the top 30. It's brand new.
It's brand new.
No,
It should,
no.
obviously.
It's
Not
brand
top 30, top period.
Well, you gotta-
of minor league double A. Get it right, Peter. You know,
Have you ever been to the fucking Bridgeport one,
I
asshole?
know I haven't.
Bridgeport's
I've
pretty
been to
good.
Bridgeport one,
Oh,
goddamn
it's
it.
just as nice.
I won my first cell phone
I
there.
don't think
Yes,
so.
you did. I remember that.
What do you mean you don't think so?
I said I think the Yard Goats is nicer than the
I said it's
Bluefish.
just as nice.
That's a big difference.
It's a smaller
Oh,
league.
it's
you
like one
dumbass.
horse run, but the other horse was just as fast.
Did you in the
That's
bathroom?
ridiculous.
Has the cancer set in yet at all?
God.
Is it leukemia?
Hey, wait, the results,
putting
the
pressure in your
results are
brain,
in along
Logan?
with Tiger's blood test.
Look
It's
at your
terminal.
head. You're
It's
turning
terminal.
red right now.
It's terminal.
Is it pushing the brain to the front of your head? I mean,
It's
is it
terminal.
moving over that fluid?
Oh my lord.
You know what? I know you guys did. You conspired against me the last time I wasn't here. You're like, next time Brian comes, let's just talk to him like he's a dickhead. But
We do
wait,
that anyway.
it's already been done.
You want me to?
It's
Would you like me to
already
recite
been
yours
done.
and Bob's conversations every day?
No.
Please do so. So
You want to talk about talking to
Please do
someone
it.
like a dick?
Please
Bob
do
and
it.
I live
Please
for the
do it.
moment. Why? We don't live in the past. What's in the past is done with. We move forward. Moving forward now, and that's the end of it. Not tomorrow.
Are you
not
sure?
after breakfast.
What about your
it's
friends each
now.
other yet?
What?
Did you friends each other yet?
No,
That's not him.
no. But he sees everything anyway because Sheila is friends with him. And
Sheila loves me.
She refuses to break up with him. I said, Sheila, when are you going to unfriend that guy? She's like, no, he's funny. He's got a funny guy.
Yeah, what'd she think of you then?
She thinks I'm funny too, which is
Yeah,
why
did you
Funny
mow the
looking.
lawn yet, you jackass?
I mowed.
No,
I
she
mowed
doesn't.
half of
She
the back
probably
and the
did.
front.
Brian, she doesn't think
How
you're
did you
funny.
know that I don't mow the grass?
She doesn't think you're funny.
She just feels bad for you.
Funny. She's gonna text right now.
She
right, Sheila?
she never
She doesn't.
went to your stand-up shows. And I-
Yes, she did.
No.
She was at the Christmas thing.
She
by
went
the way,
to one.
When you cut me off, it made me look like an asshole in front of the
She went to
9
one.
people.
9.
About 9 people were there.
Let me ask you, before we go to break, let me ask
Probably
you a
been in the
question.
hall.
What does this mean?
It's not time for break.
What does this mean?
Kill it.
Cut.
Thank
Kill
you.
it.
Yeah,
Cut,
but
kill
he's
So-
doing that 2 minutes into my act.
It was not. It was 10 minutes. And I was doing you a
Then
favor.
you were going like this. Like
Why?
you were
Why?
playing.
Why? Were they throwing
How
tomatoes
bad
at
was
you?
it? How bad
There
was
was
it? I want to hear.
nobody
I want to hear.
there.
I want to hear. How
I
bad was
had
it?
the privilege of going on first.
Who do you know as a sports person that has really good confidence in himself?
Tiger Woods.
All right. Picture him on stage bombing.
Oh, gee.
Oh my God! Oh, God, man.
That's
There
how
was-
Brian.
there
Brian doesn't have no confidence in
There
himself.
was. That's true.
He stands up
That's
stage,
true.
and what he does is he's casting for fish.
Everything is
He
self-defecting.
throws out the joke. He bobs it. He waits for a reaction, and then when he doesn't get one, he brings it back with his head down.
Yeah, that's kind
He's
of
like
true.
he's like
But
a
it's hard to get a reaction. There's
he's
nobody
like
there,
a Trump
man.
kid
There was
upset that he didn't
nobody-
catch the big fish. You
The
know what I
only
mean?
people that were there were other comedians. As we all know, other comedians don't laugh at comedians ever. So the only people there were the other comedians waiting their turn.
They
And
would if
so-
they were
All right,
funny.
all right. Let me ask you a serious question. Where the hell was your family?
I didn't.
At least,
no one-
at least they could have
no
showed
one-
up.
Not for nothing. It was in Naugatuck, and I don't
So?
know where you
Oh.
live, but no one was coming to that.
So?
Man.
So
They were not interested.
They
I don't
could've-
have.
they
I don't
could-
have a family.
they
I
could've-
have a wife.
they-
My wife was there.
That's their nice way of saying that you're not funny.
they could have stayed at the condo, and you could have stayed on the street.
I think I didn't promote it to them as much as I should have because I didn't even think that I was.
You don't
funny.
promote anything, dude.
You're promoting.
You
nothing.
guys spent like 2 months promoting that, and you look how many people showed. Now there was a good crowd towards the end.
Wow.
Okay, let's move on, man. God
That's
damn.
because good people were on.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, so let's go back to sports real quick.
Yes.
So, recent
Let's
talk
try to-
lately, still with the NBA, is LeBron James possibly greater than Michael Jordan, and I think you guys.
why
are
is
gonna make
Jordan
that's a bunch of
chiming in?
malarkey.
I disagree with that completely.
Why is he chiming in?
There's
No, Jordan hasn't said anything.
No, they got little snippets of him saying stuff.
No, Jordan didn't say anything.
he hasn't.
It's
sure
it's
it
just
is.
the media
Not yet.
going back and
That's
forth.
not his style
causing
anyway to say
controversy.
something, but LeBron James' highlight reel is nowhere near the highlight reel of Michael
I'll
Jordan.
put it like this.
Yeah, but there was more rules now.
Playmaking wise, LeBron's better than Jordan. But if you want to talk about
Big moments.
big moments and competitiveness, I don't think he's better than Jordan.
Yeah, but Jordan didn't have the rules that LeBron has nowadays.
Exactly, that too.
That's the problem.
More aggression. And you think about it too, Jordan had to go up against tons of Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
He went up against Patrick Ewing, he went up against Charles Barkley,
Magic, Bird,
Larry Bird,
And that's
Isaiah
just for
Thomas.
and that's just for starters.
Can you at least agree
Totally agree.
that when he was doing some shots last night that he didn't travel like a motherfucker?
They all travel. I mean,
I know
I
they
saw
do.
some with
They're basically
Durant,
walking-
and when he was guarding somebody
Yep.
when he was posting up against somebody, and he was carrying constantly.
Even
they don't call it.
Even Curry on the move against
Everyone
They're
carries.
basically
They just
walking
don't call
to
it.
the hoop.
On,
Yeah.
the, on the move against LeBron?
Yeah, they thought that was a possible double dribble, and it was very close.
No, I saw that.
He went to go shoot up. He came down. He walked.
No, before
pivoted,
that, he
walked,
switched.
and then
switched.
shot up.
It was a different play, but yeah,
Before
no.
that, he switched kind of. Bob's right.
It was close.
It was so fast, it almost looked like it, but then.
Right, but it wasn't.
What a crime that would have been, because I'm sorry. That
You know he's going to blame it on what happened at his house if he loses. You know that, right?
Yeah, he probably will. Honestly, he probably will. And I think
He was doing
did
some
you guys
cra-
see
he
the
was
post?
crybabying to the refs.
Did
He
you
was
guys see the
crybabying.
post they shared with the black guy Jason Whitlock on what
No,
he said?
tell us.
He was talking about how LeBron was saying this is what we as blacks have to deal with all the time, and we as black people deal with the worst things in America. And this guy Jason Whitlock, who's also black, also said black people don't have it hard in America. It's poor people that do. And I think he hit it right in the spot.
Could be. Hey, did you guys see what happened to Derek Fisher as well? Derek Fisher and his girlfriend, who is the ex-wife of NBA player Matt Barnes, flipped a car in an accident either late Saturday night and Sunday morning.
What? What's that? Really? How is she?
They're
fine.
They're fine, but I mean, it's just the timing of it. I mean, during the finals.
That's tough, man. Derek Fisher was clutch. Made some clutch.
Good
shots
player,
next
but
day.
I mean, but everything that happened went down between him and Matt Barnes. I don't agree.
What are
with.
you looking for?
I
don't
blame
agree.
New York.
The beer?
I blame him getting the head coach position in New York.
Well, you blame that because of
Did
Phil
not think
Jackson.
of- No.
Yeah.
Peter lost his keys. Everyone out there in Taylor, TV land. Open the door. It's not in the lock.
No, but I mean, it's almost time. Speaking, I mean, speaking of finals, I mean, we're going to get to the draft pretty soon. That's coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm still very interested to see what's going to happen with Boston and the number one pick, if they're going to trade it or if they're going to pick up somebody.
If they trade it, I think they should trade to Miami for Hassan Whiteside.
Huh? No, I don't know. I mean, I think that'd be a great pickup for them. They need a center.
They're a center away. That's the only reason why they lost to Boston, because Tristan Thompson.
Me,
I'm
Help me
Cleveland?
right now. I'll help you.
Boston
out.
lost to
Cleveland.
Because I'm sure there's
Yeah,
somewhere
because
very
I mean,
simple.
Isaiah Thomas. I mean,
Peter, you
if
couldn't have
they're
got
go-
in here without him, right? They got to be here. So
if they're going to do it, they're going to do it next year.
Okay. You owe me a fucking apology.
God.
Well, you normally you normally need his keys for it. So I mean, he's got a point there. He's got a point. He's got a point, Slappy. So be quiet.
Fucking moron. It's
Oh my
sticking out of
Lord.
your ass.
Gentle.
Wow, this isn't the thread. Calm down.
Someone get this man a bowl of chili from 7-Eleven.
No, from Wendy's.
Oh, he
Bob
loves
goes,
his
this isn't the
7-Eleven
thread. The thread is brutal.
Go get your Baconator.
When you get on the thread, did you really kick Gopherface off the thread?
Oh, so this came in
thought you
surprising
did,
news.
man.
Towards the end of the Warriors game last night, there were fans that were fighting. Guess who one of them was?
Who?
The Nature Boy.
No.
Ric Flair got
What
in a
is that
fight.
71-year-old clown
He
doing
got in
fighting?
a fight with the Warriors fan, and he
Oh my-
kicked the guy's ass.
Oh my
Well, he's
God.
71 years
He
old. He's
broke
still
his-
benching 400.
He
Still
broke
benching
his
400
left
pounds.
hand,
Bunga,
has a cast
bunga,
on,
bunga.
and he just broke. He just kicked the guy's ass.
Really?
Imagine, he's 71 years old. He's a former wrestling champion, whatever number it is, and he's still dead. He
guys.
still deadlifts 400 pounds.
He deadlifted.
Former wrestler now about to become the Masters champion.
No, about to become the dead.
Oh, wow.
Well, he's 71.
He's still in great
But you know what? I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Why? 'Cause he kicked the guy's ass.
No, because he's doing it at age 71.
Yeah, it's like when you see those stories on Facebook when, let's say, this guy met up with the wrong woman. You see some lady just beating the crap out of some guy with his cane. She tried to snatch his purse.
Oh. Well, that just caused a lot.
Don't
of
forget to turn off the our mics when we go to break, because last time everyone heard me talking to my father, and that was kind of embarrassing.
Well, that was you should have stepped outside.
Yeah, and I don't need that again, Peter. So try to cut the mics
All right,
off.
so
this time.
I don't need you.
when we get back to the next hour, we're going to talk
I don't
about
need
the
you,
MLB.
he
We'll
said.
give you the
That's
scores, the
Go
standings,
away,
give you an update
fat
on the
man.
All-Stars,
that's
and maybe talk a
fantastic.
little NASCAR. So we'll be back after the break.
You talk a little, go fuck yourself, you cancer fucking person.
Oh my God! Wait, are we still live?
PPRNradio.net. Featured guest DJs.
Original shows.
Music news. The hottest DJs from around the world.
Hey guys, it's Peter from PPRN. Looking for something to do in Naugatuck? Check out D-Man's Bar and Restaurant. It's a local hub offering delicious gourmet burgers, wings, wraps, steaks, and more. Stop by and enjoy their casual atmosphere sitting in the bar, the lounge, or dining room. Or kick back on the patio. D-Man's is located at 1370 New Haven Road in Naugatuck. That's 1370 New Haven Road in Naugatuck. D-Man's is going to be broadcasting live a PPRN radio show on Wednesday, July 20th. Go down and check out the PPRN radio show broadcasting live from D-Man's in Naugatuck, 1370 New Haven Road, Naugatuck, Connecticut. That's 1370 New Haven Road. Go check out their patio, their bar, and their lounge. They have great food too. Also, don't forget to check out D-Man's throughout the week for drink specials and local talent. Once again, check out D-Man's 1370 New Haven Road, Naugatuck, Connecticut. Tell them PPRN sent you. J&M Automotive in Naugatuck, Connecticut has been in business for 28 years. They stock over 450 quality pre-owned cars. They have the highest quality cars with haggle-free price, complete financing for all credit scores. They take all traders. They are rated with the Better Business Bureau AAA. They were voted CTI ADA Quality Dealer of the Year. Visit jnmautomotive.com for cars, pics, videos, and descriptions. jnmautomotive.com. They're located in Naugatuck on 756 and 820 New Haven Road with over 250 cars in the lot. Call them at 203-723-5666. That's 203-723-5666. Also, go check them out on New Haven Road and check out their website, jnmautomotive.com. And tell them PPRN sent you. Did you just hear how bad that sounded? Well, you won't get that sound at Hat City Music Productions, located at 536 Federal Road in Brookfield. CEO Chris Litwin takes your music to the next level. If you're tired of those basement recordings, those people that you pay too much money for and have you get out within a half hour, well, you won't have that problem. Hat City Music Productions, once again located at 536 Federal Road in Brookfield. Go check out Hat City Music Productions. You won't be disappointed. Tell them PPRN sent you. Aw, fuck! Aw, fuck! Aw, fuck! Aw, fuck!
Oh, man. Can't take this shit no more. Where the fuck my headphones at? Here they go. Ah, yeah. Ain't nothing like being able to shut that fucking shit up with my Soul Electronic headphones. Yeah. Now this is peaceful. Soul Electronics. Headphones inspired by Ludacris. SoulElectronics.com. Get your pair today.
Pretty Oh, love of my heart, why leave me alone? I'm falling apart, no good on my own. Oh, l'amour broke my heart, and now I'm aching for you. Mon amour, what's a boy in love supposed to do? Why throw it away? Why walk out on me? I just live for the day, for the way it should be. There once was a time, had you here by my side. You said I wasn't your kind, only here for the ride. Oh, l'amour broke my heart, and now I'm aching for you. Mon amour, what's a boy in love supposed to do? No emotional ties, you don't remember my name. I lay down and die, I'm only to blame. Oh, love of my heart, it's up to you now. You've torn me apart, I hurt inside out. Oh, l'amour broke my heart, and now I'm aching for you. Oh, l'amour, what's a boy in love supposed to do? Oh, l'amour broke my heart, and now I'm aching for you. Oh, l'amour, what's a boy in love supposed to do? Oh, l'amour broke my heart, and now I'm aching for you. What's a boy in love supposed to do?
Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. We could live for 1,000 years, but if I hurt you, I make wine from your tears. I told you that we could fly, 'cause we all have wings, but some of us don't know why. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never, ever tear us apart. I
what though? You know, like I know. I just told you. You know.
PPR at radio.net.
You gotta be old. You're too young though.
All right, we're back.
Our generation.
Don't forget tonight at 8:30 the designated driver for alcohol and addiction recovery.
Fantastic service, by the way. Really.
Brian, you should take part of that show.
One thing that was talked about in that show was my Thanksgiving when I drove drunk from the bar with all the charity goods on top. There was stuffing and cranberries all over the road. It was an ugly sight. It was a terrible sight.
All over the merit.
All over the merit. And after that, I learned do not drink and drive, especially around the holiday season.
Well said, I think.
Now back to Roberto.
Is that where you got that leather handbag? Oh, I'm sorry, that's your face.
Wow.
Peter's on his game tonight.
I knew I shouldn't learn that. Use that Bain de Soleil tan lotion.
I am so bored.
Well, let me enlighten your boredness by giving you standings for the MLB.
That's pretty much it for you, isn't it? I mean, you might as well pack it in. Game over.
MLB hour. It's not the witching hour. It's the MLB
It's not the interrupting hour either, so stop it.
Yes, sir.
I'm not a child.
All right, so going through the AL East, the Yankees are still in first. Boston's behind them by 2 games. Baltimore's behind by 3.5. Tampa Bay 5.5, and Toronto 5.5. Tampa Bay getting the advantage in 4th place. In the AL Central, we have Minnesota still in the lead. Well picked, by the way, Peter. Well done.
Minnesota's still rolling.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Minnesota. Cleveland's 1 game back. Cleveland, Mother Brown. Detroit's back 2.5 games. They're on a current 4-game winning streak. The White Sox are behind by 6 games on a 5-game losing streak. And the Royals are also back 6 games. The Astros in the AL West are winning on a current 10-game winning streak.
Unbelievable.
Angels are
Not
behind
their best
by
pitcher.
13.5 games. Seattle's also back by 13.5 games. Texas is out by 15 games. And Oakland's out 16.5 games. Da-da-da-da. We go to the National League. The Nationals are leading in the NL East. The Atlanta Braves are behind by 10.5 games.
Surprising, Atlanta playing good ball.
Miami's back by 11.
Mopped up the Reds.
Mets are also back by 11. And the Philadelphia Phillies, owning the worst record in MLB right now, 1935, are back 15.5 games.
Heck of a cheesesteak, by the way. Top of the first, Reds 0,
We're not
Cardinals
there
0.
yet.
The
Oh, sorry about
Interrupter.
You said no interrupting.
that. Okay, sorry about that.
In the NL Central, we have the Milwaukee Brewers in first place. Chicago Cubs are back by 1 game. St. Louis Cardinals are behind by 2.5. Pittsburgh's back by 4. And Cincinnati's long-lived dream of being in first place earlier in the season has now ended in the last 5.
Fucking, you guys are so fucking...
By 4 games.
Treat me like the fucking neighbor's cat tonight. I'm fucking tired of it, man.
Good.
Then leave.
Fucking bastards.
See ya.
In the NL West, the Rockies are in first place. The Dodgers are behind by half a game. The Diamondbacks are behind by 2 games. The Padres are out by 12.5. And the Giants are in last.
Still.
Also behind 12.5. That's a big...
The Giants
that's a big,
suck.
They do. That's a big thing.
And so do the Phillies, but the cheesesteak is a fine product.
Those are your standings.
Worst goddamn record in all of
today.
baseball.
Pretty big series this week coming up. Yankees, Red Sox.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
I'm looking forward to
right
it.
now, we have games tonight. Currently playing right now are the Cardinals and the Reds, so they're in the top of the first. It is a 0-0 ball game. The Phillies will be playing at Atlanta at 7:35. The Giants will be playing at Milwaukee at 7:40.
Yeah, you better run, you little bitch.
Well, thank you, Lois. The Marlins will be at Chicago against the Cubs at 8:05. The Astros will be at Kansas City at 8:15. The Blue Jays will be on the west side against the Athletics at 10:05. And the Nationals will be squaring off against the Dodgers at 10:10.
Okay, what do you think around the league, everyone's thoughts? Biggest surprises, man. I think enough has happened here where there are some big surprises right now in baseball. And let's face it, by next week the playoffs will be all over and we'll be stuck with baseball. So let's start talking about it.
My biggest surprise is the Milwaukee Brewers.
Totally agree. You stole my thunder. And yes, I'm kissing his fucking ass again.
Yes, I mean, honestly,
Shocking.
Ryan Braun is
And that
basically
division.
doing this thing. I mean, Eric Thames coming out of nowhere, hitting all these home runs, absolutely crushing the ball. Their offense is rolling. Their pitching staff's doing good. Matt Garza, who used to be very good with Tampa Bay, was getting paid all this money by Milwaukee, and he's doing solid. But after the past couple seasons, he's been terrible. So to see him doing solid, that's a good thing too.
I think the Central is the biggest surprise in terms of the division surprise because it's so competitive. I mean, if you look at it, unbelievably. And I got to tell you, as a Reds fan, I'm biased, obviously. The Reds, to me, could have 4 players in the All-Star team.
They could.
And I mean, between Joey Vomit, who was a regular, Adam Duvall, who was there last year, Zach Kozar is definitely going to make it. He's having a fantastic year. And Schebler in right field also, 15 homers, 14 homers, whatever.
Here's what I see with the Reds, though, Brian. Here's what I see with the Reds.
Because you probably know more than me.
They are probably going to be like the Rockies last year. They're going to be close to a 500 team. And then the next season, they're going to get a couple pitchers, and they're going to be a fantastic
They
team.
have the same problem. I thank you, Robbie, and I agree with you again. And I don't care. That's right. I'm kissing. Oh, no, they have no pitching, which is everyone's problem.
Stop begging for
really.
your job.
Everyone's problem is pitching, and the Reds certainly are a big component of that. But the Central is a tight division. Now, could the Brewers give the Cubs a run? And the Cardinals, to me, are always there. They make me sick. But that, to me, that's the surprise division to me right now in baseball.
All right, so what's your surprise?
My surprise is very simple. The demise of the New York Mets with the injuries, the bad. They're not playing well at all. And Terry Collins is the longest reigning manager in the major leagues right now. He's done a great.
No, he's not. Mike Scioscia is.
Oh, really?
Mike Scioscia's been with
Boy,
the
I
Angels
tell
for
you,
almost
I thought Scioscia was fired.
Tried to sneak a curveball past your son, did you? Well, you lost.
Shut up. I thought he was fired. But anyway, okay.
Fired!
If he's not in the MLB, he's the longest reigning
He
manager.
should be fired, though. They say
in the
he's
National
ready.
League.
They want him out of there. But.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, the Mets have been irrelevant since 2000 when they were in the World Series and lost to the Yankees in 5.
Couldn't agree with
except
you
for
more.
the one year when they made it to the ALs, the NLDS.
We know what you mean.
But you know what? I mean, Matt Harvey, absolutely embarrassing what he did, not showing up to Citi Field the one game. Now, granted, they've had the injury bug. I'll give them that. But you know what? How many back are they again? 13.5?
Yes, I think.
They're a joke.
You cannot be 13.5 back June 5th, 2017. It's time to step up to the plate. I mean, either the Mets start trading players, get young, do what the Yankees did last year, even though the Yankees had another winning season, start getting some
Here's
youth.
the thing with the Mets, though. They're still young. They have Michael Conforto. Cespedes is still young. Jacob DeGrom is young. The problem with them going to be in the future is re-signing DeGrom, Syndergaard, and Matt Harvey, because they're all superstars. Harvey's having a bad year, but
No,
let me
I
tell you
understand.
something.
I understand.
He's a potential player who can get a lot of money.
But
I hope he goes to the Reds.
No, but because of everything that's happened this year in the New York media, do they want him back? Now, the other person you want to talk about, I mean, you're talking about youth. We're going to talk age here.
I'll tell you
the
right
Grandy
now,
Man.
Matt Harvey is definitely not going to want to go back to New York.
Absolutely
after the way
not.
He's been treating.
Yeah, I
don't blame him.
He's going to leave.
He's done after
Is
this year.
is it time for the Mets to part ways with Curtis Granderson?
Absolutely,
It is,
yes.
and once
It's a
that
washed up
comes
bag
back,
of raisins.
it's time to put Granderson on the bench. Leave Conforto out there because Conforto and Bruce are an absolute tear. By the way, your boy Bruce.
Your Bruce.
Amazing.
I got to tell you something on that note, okay? And I agree with you, and I love Bruce, and I like the Mets a lot more lately because of him. But he is so comfortable right now in his shoes in New York. And you know why? And I hate to say it, he feels like he's right back in Cincinnati because they're losing. The same thing the Reds did. They lost. And Bruce was great on a losing team. I'll tell you right now, if the Mets get back there and they won't in pressure games, you will see him fall like a stone because he's not a pressure hitter. But I love what Bruce is doing. I love him as a player and a family guy, and I'm glad he's with the Mets.
Okay.
I'm out.
Oh, you're
That's
going
it.
to get it now.
That's
Mic
it.
drop.
Yeah, home run. Oh, sorry.
Mic drop.
I don't know what to do. Hey, who's the leadoff guy yesterday for Atlanta? It was like the third time.
Encarte.
Third time since I think it was 1920 they showed
5 for 5.
5 for 5 as a leadoff hitter.
Wow.
Aniston.
Let's take a look at that. Atlanta again is, God, Atlanta. There you go. There's another
Yeah, they're
surprise.
10.5 out, but
10.5 hours is... Yeah.
What they're waiting on is they're waiting for the shortstop, Dansby Swanson,
Yeah.
to finally pull through. He's struggling on both sides, but they're talking about dropping him back down the minors to get his
confidence back up. Yeah, I mean some guys need that. I mean, unfortunately some young players,
my brother.
some young players have all this potential and they have all this hype about them.
Like Byron Buxton in Minnesota.
Yeah, and guess what? Maybe they're not ready for the majors. Maybe they need 1 to 2 more years. I mean, that's what made Derek Jeter one of the most special players of all time. Because guess what? When they brought him up, he never went back down. He was there to stay.
Reds and Braves might be the surprise of what's happening right now in terms of their record. And nice moment in Cincinnati when Brandon Phillips coming to bat. He got a standing ovation from the few fans that were there. But I don't know what kind of year he's having, Robbie, with Atlanta. Brandon Phillips,
Is
do you
that
know?
Brandon Phillips?
Is he doing okay since he's
he's
been
having
over there?
An average year.
But Atlanta is in second place, and the Nationals clearly are running away. Nobody expected that. Absolutely right. I mean, it's a good story. I think it's good for baseball.
I mean, the other surprise, if you want to call it a surprise, is the Yankees being in first with all the youth. I mean, we knew they had the talent.
Holy shit!
Where did Aaron Judge come from? I mean, what?
Biggest player in the history of baseball, they say, at 6'7", whatever he weighs.
Well,
6'7", 282 pounds.
Never been a player.
And he's got speed.
Bigger than that.
And he's got speed. Yeah,
he's got 4 stolen bases.
Well, no. McGuire from the Mariners was 6'10" as a pitcher.
Really?
Mark McGuire's brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was 6'10". Randy Johnson.
I think
was 6'10".
what they probably meant as a position. Well, his position's obviously, but field player or whatever. But didn't know that they were talking about players that, like
Brian,
Dave Kigman.
To answer your question about Brandon Phillips, he's batting .290. He has 3 home runs, 16 RBIs, and 7 stolen bases.
Given up by the Indians for a bag of balls. I really like him.
And you know what? He's being a true leader down in Atlanta.
And people like that, we saw how Jay Bruce struggled when he got taken from Cincinnati to New York, but he's obviously getting the job done. The Cincinnati is a good organization, and you heard it from me many times.
Darren Bragg from Thompson, Connecticut.
Darren Bragg
played baseball. Great
baseball.
Great man, great player. Your mother and I met him back in Yankee Stadium when I took
your mother.
No.
I thought he was going to do a joke.
No. I'm being dead serious.
I know you are. The way you said it. It was like, go with your mother. Oh.
No, I mean, I played American Legion ball with him and Rico Brogna.
Bob.
Darren Bragg started in Seattle. When I was with his mom, I brought his mom and a couple of cousins to a game against the Yankees. The Yankees won 10-6, but Bragg, greatest guy. I just yelled something. He comes over, introduce ourselves. Myself, obviously he knows me.
To him?
Exactly. Yeah, great guy. Him, Rico. We had an American Legion baseball team up in Oakville. Went to the state finals back in 1987. We got smoked 10-2 by New London, who had New London. The talent on that team was just phenomenal. I mean, we had Rico, we had Darren, we had Rob Graziano, who played college baseball at the University of Massachusetts on a scholarship as a pitcher. We had Mike Desjardins, who played second base for the University of Hartford. We had a great team.
Wow! And then, did Robbie? Did you get stage fright when you met this superstar?
He wasn't born.
I never met him.
He was.
Oh.
He was in Mama's belly at the time.
Oh, I see. Well, then you did get stage fright. You could have come out and said something.
Same.
We were not going to. We were not going to.
I mean, Rob, you could have said anything. You could have said Durant.
Could have said, let me out of the hole now.
You could have said, oh, wow, I heard you drink a rock.
Here we go.
Anyway.
Peter, make him stop.
Please.
This is when it's the best, when Peter just sits back and does his fucking taxes over there, picking his nose. He doesn't say a word. This is when the show's ratings skyrocket.
Why do you call us all the dead air?
You said that the Mets are your biggest disappointment. I would have to disagree with that.
Okay.
My biggest disappointment is the Chicago Cubs. Only 28-27 after winning the World Series.
I hear that.
With the amount of talent that they have in the team with no injuries.
Wouldn't that be the result of the hangover right now from the World Series?
No, you know what I think it is, Brian? I think it's Joe Madden, because this is what Joe Madden said in a quote.
Let's hear.
The first 5 batters in my lineup will never have to worry about not starting every single game. Other than that, everyone's job is in jeopody.
That's funny because I heard his first quote was Durant. No.
I'm gonna go a little bit different on that, and I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here.
Okay.
When the Red Sox won in 2004 and 2007 with Theo Epstein, the next year they didn't make the playoffs. So did you go Madden? Did you go Epstein for not replacing?
No,
who they lose? Dexter Fowler.
Dexter Fowler and Jason Hale, but Jason Hale
they know they're
right.
folk heroes. No matter what, they're heroes in Chicago. But I kind of agree with you, Robbie, that maybe they're just not. Kind of like the Cavaliers, sort of. They're skating through, or they're playing.
They're going to be.
They're trying to skate through. Yeah, like you said with the Cavaliers. But here's the problem, though. You can't
do that in baseball.
You can't do that in baseball. I mean, you got Javier Baez, who's probably your best defensive player on that team, to be honest, and he's hitting the ball pretty good too. You have Ben Zobrist, who could be basically used anywhere in that entire infield. And who else are they sitting out? They have too many catchers on that team. They got Schwarber, who's playing in left field,
Why?
but still play catcher.
Why?
They have Wilson Contreras.
Why?
And I can't think of the other gentleman's name, but they have 2 other catchers. Why don't you just train for better talent? You don't need 3 catchers on one team.
You don't. You certainly don't, man.
Well, I think part of the problem is wasn't he the catcher who got hurt during the year? The one you just mentioned out in the
Miguel
outfield?
Montero, that's his name, who I was thinking
Montero,
of.
okay.
Fantastic.
No, he's fine.
Roberto.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I mean, there's a reason why they moved that other catcher to the outfield, and I think it was because... What was his injury that he had last
That
year?
happened in the outfield when he got his injury.
Was it? I thought it was when he was catching. I thought the knee
No,
buckled.
he tore his ACL in a collision
yep.
with Dexter Fowler.
Okay.
Who's now in the St. Louis Cardinals, who they should definitely re-sign because he was a big factor in their outfield.
Mm.
And they just lost out on one of the best outfielders.
Well, I mean, we're only still we're almost we're not even near the halfway point yet. But I mean, you're starting to see
We're getting close.
We're getting close.
It's almost All-Star game.
Well, I mean, you got about 5-6 weeks to the All-Star game. You're starting to see who the contenders are going to be.
All of a sudden, Toronto. Look how much they turned around. I mean, Toronto
they got
looked horrible. They were getting their asses
yeah, but they
kicked.
were.
All of a sudden now they
played the Yankees well. They split with the Yankees.
The East to me is the next toughest division.
I think the East.
Everyone's alive.
I think the East is the best division in all of baseball.
It is. It is.
It is because
It is.
Toronto
Absolutely.
and Tampa Bay are tied in
Absolutely
28 and
is.
29.
Hands down.
Yeah, you got five good teams. I mean,
Yeah, I was trying to tell people
then I would
before,
say the Central.
don't be surprised about Tampa Bay because everyone's going to be like, oh, well, it's just Tampa Bay. No, Tampa Bay's doing good. And Corey Dickerson, their leadoff hitter,
Corey, yeah.
is hitting over 330.
yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we're talking about a guy who was supposed to be a star for the Rockies, went through tons of injuries, did basically what every athlete's doing, changed his diet,
lot of great
different
stories
routine,
right now. Yep.
and now he's hitting phenomenal. And he's definitely worth to be an all-star player this year, in my opinion.
Yep.
And on the contrary, Yankees with Carter, they got it. This guy is
Well,
he might be the only down.
Well, here's the
part
thing.
with him.
They were just using him
Horrible.
really as a backup. I
Right.
mean, you got to think right
Yeah.
now. They're still waiting on Greg Bird to get back.
Right.
They just
They need him in a
activated
big way
Tyler
to come back
Austin
and be.
off the DL
He
today.
comes back hot. The Yankees are going to be sick.
Well, you know what? I mean,
There's
they
only
need
one team
Bird
better
to come
than the
back
Yankees right now. I
strong.
hate to say, because there is one team better,
Yes,
and that's
Houston.
the Astros.
Houston.
The Astros,
Oh, the
are
Astros
more
are
scary
the best.
than the Yankees.
The Astros are the best.
Yeah, 'cause
they got quality pitch. Oh my god.
Yeah, like Robbie said, Carter was only supposed to be like an insurance policy. Greg Bird, he's on a rehab stint right now. Austin's back. I mean, they were saying Austin was supposed to be even better than Bird.
Yep.
No, I never heard that.
Sir,
that.
a couple people said that. Whether it is or not, I don't know.
Hicks making the
Hicks,
most
where did
of
he
it.
come from?
Golden
Yes.
opportunity.
I mean, we're talking-
Ellsbury to me when Hicks is Ellsbury shouldn't even go back in there.
I honestly think it's time to get rid of Ellsbury.
Yeah.
But who's going to want to take that contract? Nothing against Ellsbury, because he's a great player.
And
He's
he
still-
was
he's
having a good
year
season.
too,
Was
Ellsbury.
having
He's
a
having
good
a good
season.
season too.
You gotta
But
utilize
the problem
both of them.
is that Aaron Hicks, in my opinion, has a little bit of a better bat, and he has a better arm for his center fielder. Ellsbury's
Yep.
arm is an absolute duck.
Always has been. I mean,
Can't have a center fielder with no arm. I couldn't agree with you more. Once again, Roberto.
I think the only center
Fantastic.
fielder ever that I would take without an arm is Johnny Damon. That is the only center, and the Yankees had him.
yeah.
And he won you. He got your ring.
He got us a ring. He got a ring with Boston. He was a
And that's
phenomenal
all that
player.
matters. He gets the ring. Got the
Yep.
ring. The Reds had Eric Davis in 90, and they all said the same thing about him. He turned out to be the hugest spark in the Reds' 90 series win sweep of the Oakland A's.
Eric Davis played for
with
the
Jose Canseco.
Played for the Waterbury Reds back in the 80s.
Did he really?
Yes, Eric
wow,
Davis.
Good
yeah.
for you. I love you for knowing that.
Wally Joyner from the Angels played there. Speaking of Waterbury lost a
Didn't
major.
know that. Did not know that. About
Waterbury
Eric
lost an old-timer major league player Jimmy Pearsall yesterday at the age of 87.
Yes, that's right. I did hear that, man.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
guy.
he had a good career.
I
Good career.
now, there's a football or baseball card I can remember seeing. Good player. Nice guy, Pearsall.
So we were talking about how the All-Star game's in a couple weeks. Right now, if you look at the brackets in the American
couple
League,
weeks. What
not
is it?
too. It's next month. It'll be
next
coming
month.
up
Okay,
soon.
that's
It's going to be in
4
Miami
weeks,
this
5
year.
weeks.
Right now,
That's
if
a
you look at the
boring
AL side, Mike Trout is leading all players, which he should respectfully, even though he's on the
man.
DL, he's the best player in baseball, in my opinion.
Without a doubt.
You can say it's Bryce Harper. You can say it's Altuve, Mike Trout.
I
Everyone
wouldn't
has
say
their
that.
opinion. My opinion is Mike Trout.
It's Trout. It's Trout. I don't think there's any second guessing on it.
He's a
So
superstar.
he's leading the AL. Second place. Can you anybody here guess who's in second place?
Judge.
You got it. Aaron Judge
He
is
deserves it.
second
Look at
place.
look.
Only 30,000 votes behind Mike Trout.
I mean, here's what you got to look at. I mean, he's an all-around player. He has a great eye at the plate. He hits for mammoth home runs. I mean, these home runs he's hitting, monstrous.
Did you see what he did in Toronto?
He's got speed.
He was hitting it at the hotel.
Yeah, he was
That's inside the stadium. He was hitting off the hotel windows.
Wow, I didn't see that. That's
And
fantastic.
he's probably got the best arm in all of baseball. I mean, he's got a cannon.
I think
Nobody
there's-
runs.
I think there's a couple people with better arms than him.
Well,
He's up
it's
there.
close.
He has a
It's
strong arm.
close.
I don't think it's close. I think Cespedes has the strongest arm in baseball. Right behind him, maybe Jackie Bradley.
How did everyone miss the? I mean, it's like the Yankees.
Well,
again.
you know what I mean.
Telling my father yesterday, I said, "Can you imagine if the Yankees turned into another dynasty?" And it's
it was-
not that far
you
from
know,
being
it
real,
was-
man.
it was very
It's
easy
a
to see.
dynasty coming up.
It was very easy
Yeah.
not to see Judge
If
because
Bird comes back and he turns. These guys are unbelievable.
And don't forget too, they still got Clint Frazier in the minor leagues. They have Gleyber Torres.
4. I heard they got 4 sick players in the
Phenomenal
minors right
players.
now.
Justin Sheffield's a good strong
Sheffield,
pitcher.
yep. They're close.
Wow,
They're close to going on another run, but I mean, how you were saying about how it was very easy to miss what Judge was going to do. He missed most of last year.
Yep. And he did
Most
not
of last
miss
year,
it.
and he wasn't hitting.
He just came up last year, like when they basically gave up just to like get him some at bats. And the problem with him last year was his batting stance because he was basically standing up like a normal sized human instead of crouching down a little bit with his knees and leaning in with his hips. He was trying to use all arms. He couldn't hit the curveball. He was mindfully.
But they never sent him down, right? He stayed.
No, because
they kept him and they let him
basically
learn.
gave up
They let
on
him
the season.
find his way.
Mhm,
Yeah.
They basically gave up on the season because that's when
Yeah.
they traded Beltran and Andrew Miller and Chapman, and they wanted the young guys. They brought up Tyler Austin. They brought up Aaron Judge, and
They
Gary
played
Sanchez.
and they played better with the young guys than they did with the other guys.
Very surprisingly. But to go back with the rest of the ballot, Mookie Betts is the other outfielder that fills out the outfield. First base, we have Miguel Cabrera. Second base, we have Starling Castro of the Yankees.
Yep.
Shortstop, we have Francisco Lindor. Third base, we have Manny Machado. The catcher, we have Salvador Perez. And the DH, we have Nelson Cruz. Now, here's one problem I have with who was on that bracket. Manny Machado. He's a great player, no doubt. But when you're batting .220 with only about 10 home runs, which 10 home runs is still good, but when you're batting .220, struggling to hit the ball, you don't belong in the All-Star bracket.
Especially at a ball field like Camden Yards, because that is a hitter's-friendly park.
I thought you were talking about Miami, because that's the All-Star game.
No.
But yeah, you're absolutely right with that.
What about the National League? What we got going there?
Just gotta switch over to my cell phone and I can give you the information.
I'll tell you what's going on. It's Billy Hamilton of the Reds. Zach Cozart.
Yeah, you wish.
Yeah, you wish.
Adam Duvall, Reds.
All right,
Joey
in the
Votto,
outfield,
Reds.
we have
Tez
Bryce
O'Brien.
Harper,
Right, yep.
Charlie
damn
Blackmon,
it.
Jason Hayward. First base, we have Ryan Zimmerman, who's having a phenomenal
He is.
year. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, he is.
Second base, we have Daniel Murphy. Shortstop, we have Corey Seager. Third
That
base,
should be Zach Cozart. That's a mistake.
no, Corey
Then
Seager.
start
Corey
voting.
Seager is a stud. Third base, we have Chris
Start
Bryant.
voting, he said.
Catcher, we have Buster Posey, and it doesn't say who the DH is because normally.
Yeah, normally they don't have a
so
DH,
They're
yeah, so-
probably just going to go with the manager pick. But do you guys remember last year when the entire infield was filled by Chicago Cubs?
Yes.
Rizzo, Zobrist,
Yep.
Addison Russell, and Chris Bryant.
And now, where are they now?
In
One
the
game out of first.
land of the
One out of,
lost.
And half of them are probably secretly in rehab, by the way. They're probably still celebrating from last year, in my opinion. They could do no wrong in Chicago. And by the way, they do make a fine sausage there. Just ask Abe Froman, the sausage
What about
king
their
of
Chicago-style pizza?
Deep dish. It's a deep, deep dish. I prefer the sausage. But,
I bet you do.
yeah. right up the old doodah.
Only you can open up your mouth and insert foot so fast.
Right up the old doodah. Okay.
All right, I got a question for you. What's going on with Le'Veon Bell?
I'm not really sure what is going on with them.
Well, you know
Is
what?
that a joke?
No, I'm
What's
not.
he doing?
Is
he pissed about this signing?
No. Is he going to sign? Is he going to sign the Is he going to be assigned the franchise tag? Is he becoming a free agent? What's going on with Le'Veon?
He already been assigned the franchise tag. As far as I know, he has, and he's. I don't know. Listen, not for nothing. Le'Veon Bell is not as good as he thinks he is yet,
He was like only number 2 in the NFL with combined yardage, 157 yards a game. That's not pretty good. That's not deserving of a $12 million contract.
Not for nothing, but where are the big plays? I think you have to get past New England.
The big plays. What about the 250-yard game against Buffalo during the fantasy football playoffs?
That was his best game, the Buffalo game.
And now
in the snow, it was an unbelievable game. It was.
And then on top of it, did you guys hear about the report from Dallas today that
Tell us.
that Dez Bryant wants to do what he did back in 2010 as a rookie? He wants to return punts again.
Well, it's about time. I mean, I don't understand why most football teams think that their best receivers can't return punts. I don't understand it. I understand you want to keep the players safe, but
could you imagine Le'Veon Bell as a punt
returner? Get you to win, then do it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the only problem I have with that, if they're going to do it, is this. If that's what they're going to do, then why did they draft a specialist from North Carolina?
They always do, yeah.
To come in and do that. And when Cole Beasley was doing pretty decent, I mean, getting you 10, 15 yards here and there, he's not looking to break one. But, I mean, you got Patrick Peterson, who's been doing it in Arizona. I mean, Odell Beckham. Let's bring Odell Beckham's been doing it. So
Odell Beckham would be phenomenal.
Yeah, Antonio Brown was doing it.
Antonio Brown
was doing it.
Yeah,
he was getting penalties.
Julian Edelman's been doing it.
Julian, yep.
Dangerous players, dangerous.
But you know what? I mean, they're one nick away from being out for the year if you're doing both offense and special teams. So I can understand every team and the hesitation. But I just found out. I just thought it was pretty interesting that Dez Bryant would go to the front office in Dallas and say, "Hey, let me return punts again."
Yeah, why?
That's actually very surprising for Dez Bryant to do that.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you guys heard or not, but in Kansas City, I found this to be a big shocking release. But Jeremy Maclin was released, and now Buffalo, Shady McCoy is trying to get Maclin to come to Buffalo. I think that'd be a nice little pickup.
I think it'd be a solid pickup for Buffalo. I mean, Jeremy Maclin.
I want Buffalo to be better than they are.
He's not really a number one receiver.
No, he's not.
I never thought he was the number one receiver. When I saw the kid he signed for number one receiver, it wasn't big news to me because he's
right. I mean,
not a number one receiver. He's like number 2.
Right, and that would be perfect for him because they got Sammy Watkins as the number 1.
Yeah, but Sammy Watkins too. Like,
yeah, he's not really a number 1.
He's the number 1 either.
Number 1's probably Shady McCoy, and he's a running back.
I think once his contract expires with Buffalo, he goes back to Philly. He loves Philadelphia. I think Chip Kelly absolutely destroyed that franchise.
LeGarrette Blount in Philadelphia. What do you think? How do you think that's going to work out?
Wow.
I mean, after all, he was for a while. He was New England's best
on the offensive line because he can easily average 3 to 4 yards for you. It's a
perfect match.
Right,
he's a game breaker. He can break it.
But they also got Ryan Matthews there too. Don't forget.
They need that Jerome Bettis kind of ramming speed kind of guy. And well, who wouldn't? You know, the Steelers had it, but they couldn't use it with Le'Veon and him. They couldn't utilize both of them. It was an amazing pickup by the Patriots. It makes me sick.
Well, it worked out good for Pittsburgh is when they picked up D'Angelo Williams and Le'Veon had a problem.
Right.
D'Angelo looked pretty good.
I guess they're not bringing him back, and they got this new guy from Pittsburgh. Listen, man, the NFL, I can't wait.
Getting close.
We're getting close.
We're getting close.
When we hit July, we're going to be like, we're not going to be talking about baseball anymore.
We're going to get the mock drafts going. Let's go.
Tell you one team we won't be talking about in the NFL, Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago is nowheres.
They're in the land of
I'm curious to run this guys by you. I'm going to the Steelers opener, second week against the Minnesota Vikings. What do you think of Minnesota this year? Where could they possibly be? Because
I don't think
they started strong, but they ended up being a very strong disappointment in the end.
I think that's how they're going to be, Brian. I still don't like their wide receiver
situation.
The one thing I will say about Minnesota, they did a great job picking up Latavius Murray. I think that was very huge.
Yeah.
Now, they solidified their number 1 running back because now Matt Asiata just signed with somebody else. I don't know who offhand, but Latavius Murray did a good job in Oakland. That's the team I'm very interested in this year. Yeah. Oakland. I mean,
yes, Marshawn Lynch
with the beast.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. I am so happy to see him back in the NFL.
The Raiders are. That's kind of like Minnesota in the fact that
the Raiders are an exciting.
You're not really
story.
sure what you got, but
you
could have something very big.
Is that they're the AFC, which is where my New England Patriots are, and they are our biggest threat.
Yep, they're going to be.
How are they not going to be predicted to be Super Bowl winners again?
I mean, the only problem is Derek Carr can't get hurt like he did last year.
Exactly. They got to go. They got to go out and get a proven backup.
What's their schedule like this year, Robbie? New England. Is there? Will they not? Are they guaranteed the 1 seed already? Because all they have to do is look at the schedule.
I mean, they're facing the AFC East. I mean, Buffalo's 500 team. The Dolphins are going to be a better team. I can tell you that after last year starting off the same.
Wait a minute, they always face the East. I mean, who
you face the same opponent 2 times.
Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
they're playing Atlanta. I don't know who else offhand.
So that game will that be the opener? You think?
Opening Thursday night is Kansas City.
Kansas City,
I believe
New
so.
England.
Yes,
that'll be good.
I thought they would get Atlanta for opening night. I thought that would have drawn major ratings.
Are going to kill them. Yeah,
Brian, I got you right here. Okay, so opening night, like you said, is with the Chiefs. The next game's with the Saints with Adrian Peterson.
That's interesting.
Adrian Peterson. You say home or away? Home or away?
They're at New Orleans.
They'll be because they start off on
next game will be home against the Texans. Next game after that will be home against the Panthers. The next game will be on a Thursday night game again because it's only
short
a 4-game rest.
Thursday
they'll be
night.
again at not Buffalo. They'll be at the Buccaneers.
That'll be an improved team.
They'll be at the Jets. Home against the Falcons. Home against the Chargers. At Denver. Home against the Raiders. Home against the Dolphins. At Buffalo. At Miami. At Pittsburgh. Home against the Bills. Home against the Jets. And people are already going out and saying,
kind of a tough schedule.
and you know what's going to happen? They're going to dominate. Everyone's going to be like, the Patriots have the easiest schedule.
No, that's not an easy schedule.
That's definitely.
I'd like to see the Patriots
schedule
be
they had
a
last year.
3-seed for
Everyone
once.
in the beginning of the year was saying, "Oh my God, they got finally have a hard schedule. They have 14-2. Oh, they had the easiest schedule."
You know what I could see? I just want to interject here. I can see this year Steelers or Raiders being a 1-2 seed or swapping, and seeing the Patriots as a 3 seed. But I could still see them fucking going all the way to the scumbags.
Don't count Houston out. Even though they have the rookie quarterback.
Houston will be like a 4 seed.
Don't count Houston out.
Houston's going to be a lot better. Brock Osweiler was too afraid to throw it deep. He would never target his number 1 receiver, DeAndre Hopkins.
Listen, they'll make the playoffs, Bod. Counting them out would be not making the playoffs. Houston's going to be like a 4
think about it,
seed.
too. Guess
I can almost predict right now.
They're getting JJ.
They're getting JJ Watt
They could be the number 1
who's
seed.
going to be a 5 and 6? I mean, let's face it. You can look at it now.
Miami,
you think could be again
possibly
in it,
Kansas
or
City.
then Kansas City? Who are we forgetting about?
I'm still not forgetting
Denver's
about.
not going to do it.
I'm not
Denver's
forgetting
out.
about Cincinnati either.
Cincinnati's always in there. They're always
Cincinnati's
tough.
NFC.
No.
Oh yeah, they are AFC. You're
And
right.
then I think the Ravens are not going to be there anymore.
Yeah, honestly, you're right about that. Cincinnati. I mean, they picked up John Ross.
They
who ran
always
the,
hang around.
The 40-yard draft.
Great pickup.
40-yard
The Bengals
dash
are like the
at
turd that
420.
doesn't flush.
And not only that, now depending on what happens with this Mixon from Oklahoma,
He's supposed to be a great running back, and the whole
it's his
domestic,
behavior. Yes.
Yep.
Yep. And let me tell you something. If he straightens up his act, you might see Jeremy Hill and Bernard gone. You might see this guy as a number 1. He has that much talent. It's just, can he control his temper?
I think he'll be able to. And I think it's about time that Andy Dalton finally had some other help besides A.J. Green.
Yep. Totally agreed.
Cincinnati's always lacked that other superstar, and it's definitely not Dalton.
John Ross, he just lit up the combine with his speed. I mean, they finally got themselves the complimentary guy, and plus they still have Brandon LaFell. So I mean, they got three good ones.
Yeah, LaFell didn't do too bad.
No, he did all right.
The year he had with the Patriots was god awful. He couldn't catch a damn pass, even if you put freaking
Couldn't
super
catch
glue
a
in his
goddamn
damn mitt.
pass.
He couldn't. It was atrocious.
Yep.
Ugh.
What's the goddamn number, Keyhole?
I think another team that's going to do pretty well, maybe around 500, is going to be the Chargers. They're going to get Keenan Allen back.
And they picked up Mike Williams, a number 1
Mike
receiver,
Williams.
so they're going to have 2 good receivers as long as Keenan Allen can stay healthy.
Melvin Gordon also stay healthy. Their defense has got to stay healthy.
Yep.
Especially Manti Te'o, probably their best linebacker.
And Bosa's got to have a big year. Bosa's got to have a big year. Team that's really interesting to me, honestly, this year.
Posey.
It's time for Tampa Bay to take the next step.
I think they will.
Yeah.
Signing Deshaun Jackson was a huge upgrade.
That helps out.
I like the teams like Tampa and Detroit just kind of hang around, and we forgot to talk about Green Bay. I don't know what they're going to be like, but they're always dangerous.
Green Bay is going to be dangerous because now Aaron Rodgers has a threat at the tight end position, Martellus Bennett.
Yep.
Right. Yep. Your old man.
And don't forget, too, they got rid of Fat Eddie.
He's got something to prove.
And Eddie's in Seattle. I'm interested with that.
He's got something to prove, Mark. He loves it. He loves the action.
Who they get for the running back? I forget. They signed somebody.
I forget offhand, but I mean, Green Bay's always going to be there. I think Dallas is the favorite to go to the Super Bowl. But I mean, granted, it's only in June. They returned they're returning a lot of people, a lot of young youth, I
got no problem with that. It ain't gonna be the Giants. I'll tell you that.
Let me tell you this.
That's what I was going to say. I think the Giants will
Everyone's
win
kissing
the
the
NL
Giants'
East.
ass. Make me sick.
I think Dak's got to continue to distribute the ball like he did. The other thing is, I think he's going to have to learn. He's going to have to run a little bit more than what he did. They tried to control him a little bit. Let's get Dak back the way Dak was playing. I mean, he played great.
Story with Dak.
Open it up. Open up the offense.
They signed Christine Michael. That's it.
Christine Michael. Yes.
He's a likable guy, Dak. So I like the way he was cheering on. Well, no, that was the running back. Who was?
No, it was Dak in Mississippi State.
Mississippi
Yeah.
State. That was him, right? Yeah. He was getting more attention than the goddamn team. But anyway, that's what happens when you're a star in the NFL. And right now, he's a star. He's become a star. It takes 1 year to become a star in the NFL, and he earned it.
I think the Giants.
Similar to what Roethlisberger did.
I think the Giants are actually win the NL East, and the only reason, not the NL East, the NFC
we know what
East.
you mean.
NFC
Fucking
The only reason I think that's going to happen is because out of every team in the NFL, they were the most to use a three wide receiver set. You got Odell Beckham, you got Brandon Marshall, and Sterling Shepard.
Not only that, the tight end they picked up. That tight end, he's like another receiver. He's that fast. He's that good.
Only one position, and again, it's probably going to cost them if they don't win. The running back position.
I think they're committing to Perkins. And you know what they should. I mean, he's a second-year guy. He wasn't bad when he got the ball. Jennings is he's done.
Jennings was horrible.
Yeah, last 2 years.
He just run right into the defender after he came through. He's like, oh, there you are.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
just
you're
get
going
tackled.
to have Perkins on first and second down. Then you're going to have Shane Vereen, who to me is one of the best third down running backs in the NFL.
Shane Vereen's only good for the pass, and I
Exactly.
tell you that with the Patriots. He's not a runner for running back position. He's basically just good for the pass.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I mean, them picking up Brandon Marshall was huge.
That was big, man.
That was a big surprise, and I think the only reason he did that is because he loves New York.
Yeah, he does, and he's got a lot. He's a cocky guy.
I
man.
thought he
likes to
should have went
prove
with
himself.
New England or Seattle. That's why I thought he should.
I thought he was going to Seattle. But hey, we're 3 months and 1 week away.
Yeah, baby.
And
NFL.
And Hank Williams is singing on Monday Night Football again.
Really?
Yes.
Thank God, man.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
They are going to have him re-record. Are you ready for some football? And it's going to.
Are you ready
yes.
for some football?
Finally.
Yes.
That was so good. Absolutely. That's the best news yet. Because I was getting tired of whoever the hell she was. Oh.
No. Last year they just did an intro with the players and all the announcers walking to ESPN. You're thinking NBC.
I'm thinking.
You're getting sick of Carrie Underwood? How could you?
Yeah, that's right.
Carrie Underwood, 1, is very hot, and 2, the song is straight fire.
Yeah,
she's the hottest wife.
She's not Iris.
She's Carrie Underwood is the hottest wife of any NHL player.
Yes, and it's the guy from
the Predators.
The Predators, right, man. Not the guy with the beard, not the Amish-looking guy.
No, not that. No. Anyway, NASCAR real quick. Congratulations to Jimmy Johnson for not only his record-breaking 11th win at Dover, but not only that. He is tied, I think, for second with the most 3-win seasons. And now he is tied with Cale Yarborough with 83 wins for 6th place in all-time wins in NASCAR.
Yarborough. And I'm sorry, but if anybody wants to talk about Kyle Busch possibly being the next greatest driver to pass Dale Earnhardt.
Win a race.
Not only that, but how in the hell can you ignore Jimmy Johnson won 6 or 7, whatever it was, straight cups?
Yeah, he won 6 in a row.
How can you put Kyle Busch in front of something like that? That's unheard of in any sport.
Not only that, when you finish second to a guy who has never won in the Monster Cup Series, let alone the number 3, like we talked earlier, the number 3 returning to victory lane for the first time in 597 races. Show a little class. Don't be crying like a baby and say congratulations to the 3 and walk out.
Not even that, just a stupid little mic drop and then.
That's probably the 3 going back into victory lane. That's probably going to be the feel good story of the year, no matter what happens the rest of the year.
It's only a matter of time. I remember asking you the last show, what's up with Austin Dillon? Because he's big deal. He's a good racer.
Not only that, I'll tell you this right now. Junior's starting to come to life a little bit. I mean, he finished 11th yesterday. He had a top 5 car until the speeding penalty toward the end of the race, but he avoided a big wreck, finished in 11th. He finished 10th in the Coca-Cola 600. He's starting to go to some racetracks that he has won before. Pocono, Michigan. Then you got the road course, and then before your grandmother leaves, on the Saturday night of TJ's birthday, his final appearance at Daytona.
Ooh. Talking about a guy who's really pulled the skull bandits out of his asshole. He's getting it done.
Yeah, well, he's 21st in points. Top 16 is not going to make it this year. It's going to be more than 16 winners, so he's going to have to win a race within the next 13 races, or otherwise he's not going to be playing for a championship.
Yeah, well, he's got to get it done, and that's.
I care as much about the size of your penis as you care about the size of my breasts.
Wow.
Interesting.
I don't think he's going to get done because you remember. I mean, he had that stretch in his career when he went 2.5 or 3.5 straight seasons without a win.
Yeah,
he
but
was in like a 90-something drought without a win.
It was more than that. But I mean, Hendrick makes things happen. You know that. I mean,
Hendrick when it happened.
Huh?
He was with Hendrick when it happened.
But I'm just saying.
Jimmy, he's a winner, Jimmy.
They're going to make sure that Earnhardt gets in there. They're going to do everything they can. Like the last two races,
Jimmy.
The reason he's finished where he has is because he's been using and working with Jimmy Johnson and his setup, and the results are starting to show.
I hate you.
No, not. With that note, Joe Gibbs Racing hasn't won a race yet, except the All-Star race. They got to start winning some races.
Joe Gibbs. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Well, now watch
long
NASCAR.
time. Yeah, well, he's around. And who else is in NASCAR? Walsh, is he in there?
Walsh who?
Walsh.
Oh.
No Walsh.
No Walsh. That's Joe Walsh from the Eagles. No. I was thinking about the 49ers coach. I'm way off.
Bill Walsh.
Yeah.
Bill Walsh. There
Way
it is.
off.
Right.
Get your names
way
right.
off.
Hey, this is Rob from
is the witching
PPR
hour.
and All Things Sports, and you're listening to PPR.
This is the witching hour.
Yeah, you are.
And you're listening live, not recorded.
We're
live.
here live. The Bud Light sign is on here in Hamden. That means
What happened to the other sports show? Anybody know?
I think they're still going.
Are they?
Where?
From what I heard, out of a basement.
Well, there's
That's what I heard.
There's a lot of that going around.
They got kicked out finally?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I
knew that was gonna happen.
I don't know the whole story. I try to stay out of it.
Listen,
Did
nobody
people
can
break up?
compete
I don't
with
know.
us. That's why you can't get rid of me. Without
They're
me,
getting
there's
kicked
no
out.
show.
I can get rid of you if I
listen,
wanted
you
to.
can only bring your friends that drink a lot over your house on Sunday morning for so long till your wife kicks you out.
I don't think. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, really. Oh my God! I'm surprised you didn't say that on the air.
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say anything.
That's right. You didn't, because nobody heard anything.
Keep it up. I'll start Mike in the bathroom. You fucking idiot.
Put it in. Take it up. Put it in.
What the
Take it
hell?
up.
Get the hell out of here!
Seriously, this guy goes to the bathroom. He's screaming at the top of his lungs.
what were you hearing in the bathroom, Brian? In there.
Saved by zero. Maybe I'll.
Oh, mommy.
Saved by zero. Maybe.
Hi, puppy.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. That's not even funny. Because this is a family show. We have family listeners. And
All right, what did we learn, fuckers?
I learned that T-Rex needs a rubber band around his mouth to keep quiet, which he was tonight. I'm proud of him.
Who's this friend of yours that talks shit? I can't find it.
I don't want you to find it. I don't. I just let it be, please. It's not even worth it. I don't have trouble getting loud with men and that I don't know on Facebook.
Was it a man or a dude or a girl?
No, it's a girl.
Okay.
And just leave it at that. Man.
You get loud anywhere.
Disgusting pussy anyway.
Oh my God. Well, I'm sure she's not listening, so it doesn't matter.
I wish she was.
Well, if she does, she'll know that she's being talked about. There's no doubt about that.
And if she has a problem, she can call in at the
I said if she has a problem,
203-992-PPRN.
she should listen to the show and take it up with you. I'm not responsible. But you did come to learn that picture of who it was not a real picture. It was fake. But that person also was still not acceptable, and I'm not a fan of hers.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's what I learned tonight. I learned all those things. So who's next?
Oh, I learned that Peter still believes in sports being rigged, which
God.
I do not agree with.
Not since the 1919 Black Sox.
Really?
Oh, now it's a black thing.
No. That was a World Series. No, that was a World Series thing where the Shoeless Joe Jackson and the White Sox they rigged the World Series where they lost.
Such an uneducated comment that he made on that.
You're an uneducated asshole.
That is also true.
Right.
Right. How dare.
And I also learned that Brian's comedy career was like Tiger Woods lately. A big failure.
Big failure. That's
Wow.
true. I've got a picture.
You got money.
I don't.
Where's our dinner?
I don't have anything.
And you, where's my pizza?
Next week.
We did promise.
As soon as I close on this house, we're close.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. Wait, did you get the hot dog vendors for this weekend?
No, thanks to no help from you, which your...
No, how about the baked potato truck? Did they
Which
call you?
what was your aunt's what?
The baked potato truck that get baked, get
Oh,
baked.
your aunt's assessing or appraising? What did she do?
Oh, yeah, my cousin, yeah. in
What does he
Milford.
do?
It's a she, and it's appraisal.
Appraisals or home inspections?
Appraisals in Milford.
Get it
Does
done.
all
I need a
organic.
price.
You got to talk to me off the air because I don't mix business with pleasure.
I think our bank orders that anyways. Right?
Yeah, they do. You
They
have no
do?
control over that,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so that wraps that up.
I need an inspector still, though.
How about I know one, a Callahan.
Callahan Auto Parts?
Inspector Callahan.
I learned
Dirty
to store
Harry.
a fucking dick. That's what I learned.
Dirty Harry. Personnel. That's for idiots.
Anyway, what else you learn?
Would you expect me to do? Yell trick or treat
I'm
at
done
him?
with learning.
Oh, you're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
I don't like learning.
Well,
I hate school.
I didn't learn much, but the one thing I will say is I'm going to throw a little promotion out for Saturday night. Our Connecticut Section PGA Awards dinner and award winners are being honored at Glastonbury Hills Country Club. Robbie's former boss, my former boss, and he's actually turned out to be a good friend, Bill Flood, is our section professional of the year. So I just want to give a shout out to Bill and thank him for everything he's done for me, not only in my golf career but also in the time when I was having a little bit of trouble. Had to go do a few things, and he took me in like the brother I never had. So I got to thank him for everything he did.
Wow, that was wonderful, and makes me feel bad for some of the comments I've made to you in the past, Bob. I will say this about you: you have a good heart. I really, truly believe that. And what happens on the air and off the air, well, that's nobody's goddamn.
And what happens on the thread stays on the thread.
That's right. The thread is the thread.
The thread with the bread.
And as the witching hour wraps up, we welcome in some new people into the studio.
You moron.
Wow, he hit it right on the nose.
Facts.
Hamden rocks round the clock here.
Cucumber sandwich?
I'd like to make a note at this time or issue
the
fans to urge Peter Pino to bring back the Saturday Live theme at the start of the show. If not,
sign a petition, see how far that goes.
At least the Foreigner song that has a start, which cooperates with our Monday theme here in the studio.
I got better.
I think without a theme, you have nothing. And if you don't like my theme, then shove it up your ass.
See you guys next Monday. Don't forget the week of 4th of July. There's no shows anywhere.
No show in the third, right? Third, fifth, or sixth.
Third, fifth, third, fourth, fifth.
What
Right.
are you
Third,
getting, a
fourth,
doom
and
buggy
fifth.
again to drive up your ass?
Shut the fuck up. We'll see you guys next week. Don't forget, stay tuned for Designated Driver 8:30.
PPR and radio.net.
You are one